Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the World Cup watch along. It's me, Chris Brack, and we're going to do a watch along of Argentina versus France. We will be joined shortly by Kev, who's just sorted a few things out, and hopefully Emmett as well. But until then, you're stuck with the delights of me and my glorious BBC iPlayer. So God knows how far behind you are. But listen, if you're in the chat now, hit the like button. Smash the subscribe button and we'll talk through it. So let's just have a look at just bring the sides up now. So let's talk through the sides that we've got. So for Argentina, they've got Martinez in goals, Molino at right back. There's Romero and Otamendi, who's playing his 100th cap today, and Tagliafico keeps his place at left back. Then it's DePaul, Fernandez, and McAllister in the midfield three, and then a little surprisingly, Di Maria's back in the side. He's barely played in the knockout stages, but he's back in with Messi and Alvarez. No great surprise there, because Messi and Alvarez, I think they said, have scored or assisted 11 of Argentina's 12 goals. As for the world champions, France, it's Lloris in goal, Koundé, Varane, Upamecano's back in for Canate, Theo Hernandez, and then it's Tchouaméni, Rabiot's back in for Fofana, and then the usual front four of Dembele, Griezmann, who I think is the key for France today, Mbappe and Giroud. So, should be a good game. This Argentina now have the second most appearances in World Cup finals with 6, only 2 behind Germany, who have 8. But if Argentina lose today, they equal the record of most World Cup losses, which then means it'll be 4 World Cup losses for them if they lose today. So interesting. Emmett's in the chat. Acuna pulled out the squad for no reason yet. Yeah, very interesting, because he's played in every game so far, and he's been key for them. So don't know, is it an injury? Is it a falling out? We will soon find out. Interesting looking at the French squad. I don't think Karim Benzema was recalled, because technically he could have been recalled because he's never pulled out the squad. We're kicked off now. So I'm 27 seconds into the game now. So no doubt you guys are about 3 minutes ahead of me. So bear with me. But let's see how we go here. So Argentina starting on the ball. Otamendi with the ball here. And he's just playing around at the back. So I think this is the final point most people were hoping for, because it's 2 traditional big-name clubs. But I don't know if people saw it. The Morocco-Croatia game, I thought, was a good game. Croatia in the end deservedly won it. But, Morocco were really spirited. And to be honest, unlucky not to get another goal in the game, to make it even closer. But, I think Morocco are going to be an interesting side to play over the next couple of years, because they've certainly made life difficult for a lot of clubs. Don't forget, please like and subscribe, and if you can, share the link out for this, then we can get more people watching the show, which would be grand. But look, nothing's really happening so far. Predictions in the chat, for those of you watching, let us know what you think the score is going to be. Who do you think is the key player tonight? Is it Messi? Is it Mbappe? Is it Griezmann? Or is it, Enzo Fernandez? Is that the key for them? I think I'll speak to Kev early. Kev was a little surprised. He thought they may have gone for a back 3. Early foul here by DePaul on Rabiot. Let's have a watch this back. It's a little push, and Rabiot's just over the top. Emmett's go for 2-1 Argentina. It feels like a 2-1 game, doesn't it? It feels like it's going to be a tight game. I don't think we're going to see the 4-3 we saw in the last World Cup where France beat Argentina 4-3. I mean, a 4-3 game would be great for us to watch. I'm hoping it's an Argentina win. I think just because they haven't won it since the 70s, and it's a nice way for Messi to round off his international career with a World Cup win. Also, I'm very surprised France haven't started Canate. I think it's a very, very strange decision. Crossing at the back post, flicked on. Di Maria's got it again. Messi flicked over. Ooh, just about between and get rid of it. Emma says it's a little tasty already. Yeah, that's what you want, though. World Cup final, you want to see a bit more about it, really, don't we? So, okay, and Scaloni here, the Argentinian. I mean, not bad for a guy who's a novice. He's never coached a team, never managed a team before, and he's already won the Copa America, and he's took his country to a World Cup final. Not bad for a novice coach, really, isn't it? Especially probably Diego Maradona was not a fan of this chap's appointment, so nice for him to show what people think of him. Okay, right, very bitty at the moment. just gone through the back of Messi here. But yeah, quite bitty. You know, Upamecano, who I just feel he's far too impulsive at times. Yeah, arm in the back of Messi's head, so you're always going to get a free kick for that. Ooh. Right. So on the halfway line here, Argentina with the ball. So do them some good. Just try and get some touches in the game. Try and keep some control. Sloppily given away again. Messi wings it back. And we're back to the centre backs. I think we're probably going to see this for the first 10, 15 minutes. And these files are normally quite cagey. I think if Argentina are going to win this, I think they have to get the first goal. I don't fancy them chasing France. Whereas I think France have shown they can come from behind, or they can they're happy to take the lead and control the lead. I just think for Argentina, I'm not sure I fancy them chasing France if they're losing. So. Give away here. The ball with the ball. Messi's asking for it. Switches it out wide. Kunde intercepts it. Poor ball that by De Paul. I don't think it's a particularly difficult pass for him to make. Messi wins back. Nice flick. Shot from distance. Right into Lloris's arms. McAllister, who's had a very, very good tournament. Brighton have done very well to get him on an extended contract, because there'll be a lot of clubs sniffing around him. He's been excellent for Argentina in this tournament. Referee's taking a tumble now as well. Theo Hernandez, who's done really well, he wasn't the first choice left back at the start of the World Cup, but he's done well since taking over from his brother, who unfortunately picked up a very nasty knee injury. Let's watch this then. The reach of the ball now, back to Varane. Upamecano out wide to Theo Hernandez. Just about keeps hold of the ball there. Good hassling by Argentina. They're pressing really well, Argentina. They are trying to force them into making mistakes here. Oh, Messi. Soft free kick that, I think. There was much in that. Yeah, a little arm on the shoulder. I don't think there's much in that, though, to be honest. Well, opening 6 minutes, I would say it's a brighter start for Argentina than it has been for France. I think they know they've got to get something out of this, otherwise, as in lay a glove on France early. They don't want France dominating the ball, because I think that's going to tail you eventually. So France are comfortable possession at the back here. Just Upamecano and Varane passing it between them. No real options for Varane to pass it to at the moment. Back to Upamecano. Looking to switch it. Griezmann picks it up here. Griezmann just about gets it out to Tchouaméni. Hi Archie, good to see you in the chat. 3-2 Argentina. You've got a lot of love for Argentina at the moment. Don't know if that's the Messi factor, or just because people don't want France to do back-to-back World Cups. Okay, Varane with the ball here into that long diagonal, looking for Theo Hernandez. Intercepted there by Argentina, cleared. Back to Argentina. Messi. Oh, nice through ball here. Can you get out wide left? Out wide here. Can't see who's got the ball there. Di Maria facing up Dembele. Simple pass back. Back in the centre. Griezmann gives it away. Sloppy there. Messi. Di Maria. Can he get the cross? De Paul from distance. Deflected. Gone wide for a corner. Hey, man, could see in the chat. 2-0 Argentina, all about Messi. See, that's the story, isn't it? But I think someone said he's not scored in an international final yet. I don't think he's scored in an international final for Argentina, which is quite surprising. So we go corner for. So who's taking the corner? Right, Messi about to take the corner. So he can make Lloris work. Hey, Kev. Hi, Kev.
I can't see or hear anything at the minute, mate.
Okay, do you want to log out and log back in? That might just need to jump out of the stream.
Oh, hang on, we're there now.
We're there now. Messi just took a corner. I'm on 8:31. It was an absolutely horrific corner because it went
8:31. Yeah.
Yeah.
8:31.
8:31. Yeah. What are you on?
10 minutes.
Oh right. Well, I'm on the BCI play. You know what I'm like, mate. Just straight when I get to 10 minutes.
Well, literally, yeah. Just give me a shout when it gets to 10 minutes.
Okay. Lloris is down.
Sorry about the delay. It's just
Matt saying he can see and hear you. I know. I think between us, mate, we've had a horrific week this week, haven't we? I think we should talk about our horrific weeks.
No.
I think you've been in competition who's had the worst week because I know your health wise has been great.
Yeah, good minute.
Kev Ball saying Lloris might have to go off.
Catch 22. You know, it's
be a big blow for France if Lloris goes off. I know I'm not a big Lloris fan, but you know, he's a key player for them. You know, is now the record appearance holder now for France.
Yeah, you look at what's on the bench. You've got Areola and Scuba Steve Mandanda.
Oh, right, okay. Let's watch the replay of it. Oh, it's an elbow in the ribs, isn't it?
I haven't I have seen nothing. I've been trying to get my laptop fired up, and it's
yeah. Romero jumps, he leaves his elbow out, sort of the elbow in the chest. Nothing that's going to get right. 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. 10 minutes I'm on now, mate.
Okay, we're going. We're good.
But yes, I'm on 10 minutes now. Yes, the joys of the BBC iPlayer. He's got to tell you in this room. So while we're still looking at Lloris getting ready, how's your week been, Kev?
Yeah, it was all going fine up until probably Thursday, and then I caught the lurgy, and it's just gradually gotten worse. I mean, we've all tested negative for COVID, so it's not the Rona; it's just the other bug that's going around doing the rounds at the minute.
And pause at 11. Let me know. Oh, Archie, okay, Archie.
I'll let you know. No worries, mate.
We're 20 seconds from that. Let's just. I'll tell you about my. My week's been brilliant, hasn't it?
Yeah. It's just when it rains, it pours. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
But it's typical around this time of year. I've
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Archie, that's 11 minutes. There we go. So my week started with Monday morning, getting my daughter ready for school, checking on the animals like I do. Looked at the guinea pig cage. Oh, they're a bit quiet. Looked down. Yeah, one of my daughter's guinea pigs had died. So I had that joy of explaining that. You know, my daughter realised, explain that to my daughter that a guinea pig had died, and she only had one now. We had to get that one cremated by the vet. So that was a good start to the day. Wednesday, my daughter was supposed to do a Christmas show. Woke up Wednesday morning, don't feel well, don't want to do it. Okay. Well, maybe she just got a cold or something like that. But she's had a couple of spots the last few days. We just thought, oh, she's been bit by something. Yep, they're not spots. It's full on chicken pox. And bless my daughter now. Last night, and she took a check the top. So her whole chest is covered in chicken pox. All her legs. It's in her mouth. It's in her throat. She's got full on hard-blown chicken pox. And it's the worst time of the year to get chicken pox because she's going to miss out on all the Christmas activities now for school.
Yeah, all the stuff for school you miss out on.
Yeah, so, visit Santa and all that sort of stuff. So it's been a good start to the week. So, but me and my wife are panicking now because we've got a Christmas Eve panto and we're out. Emma, yes,
that's actually a good point.
I have had it.
What about your missus?
She's had it as well.
Good.
And my dad's had it.
It's actually very dangerous in adults.
Well, I had it as a kid. I had shingles as a kid. And this is the second time my daughter's had it, but first time she only had like a couple of chicken pox and it went.
Yeah.
And she passed that on to me. So I ended up with a couple of chicken pox on my back and then I had it. So I've had it twice. So, no, it was the first thing the doctor said, have you had it? I said, I've definitely had it.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, if I was going to get it again, I'd have got it by now because she's been lying on me all week.
Oh.
So
the way I'm looking at it,
I think I'm surprised. I'm happy with this.
Yeah, I'm surprised with the game the way it is. Look at Mbappe. Look at all the space Mbappe has over here. It's Theo Hernandez onto Mbappe now. Just.
Do you hear about the Acuna thing? Emma was just saying he's completely out the squad. No talk of why he's out. Just
really?
Yeah, he's not even in the squad apparently. Which is surprising because he's been in every round. He's like
in fairness, I was surprised when I seen him Tagliafico starting ahead of him. But then I looked at both lineups and I thought there's surprises in both lineups.
There's flaws in both, isn't there?
Yeah, big time. I mean, Tagliafico, I'm surprised is playing full stop. I'm surprised Di Maria is anywhere near a starting lineup.
Yeah, I don't want Di Maria coming off the bench.
Ibu, I don't know what Ibu's done to warrant not starting. It's just mad.
It should be him and Varane. I think Varane's been fine for France, but I always think Upamecano, he's too impulsive. I think it's too much. He must be offside.
It looks offside. Yeah, he's finally given it now. I haven't noticed the ref or who it is, so I suppose that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's good.
Because they did a token gesture in yesterday's game and gave it to an official from the home nation.
Yeah, he wasn't great either.
No, he wasn't.
I mean, he should have Croatia had a stonewall penalty. Absolutely stonewall penalty.
Yeah.
Didn't bother it. I must admit, though, the Morocco game Croatia was a good game. It was really insane. I mean, I did think Hakimi at the end of the game was going to chin the ref, though.
I'm not surprised.
He was being held back from chinning the ref.
I wasn't surprised because I thought it was outrageous, sort of decisions that were being given. And it just goes to show so many of these officials at this tournament have been out of their depth.
Mm.
My screen is frozen, so...
Oh, Metro was saying he failed the late fitness test.
All right, okay. Well, there might come a point here where I can't see or hear anything, so...
Would you want to jump out and jump back in?
I can't even get onto the screen to do that. All right, it's all right. I'll sort it. Just give me a few minutes. I'll be back in a minute.
No worries. Hey, Megan. Good to see you in the chat. Right, 15 minutes in. Still 0-0. Kev's done lacuna. He's going to have to do a fitness test on his laptop. So fingers crossed he'll be back in a minute. What do we think of the first... Well, 15 minutes for you. It's probably about 20 minutes for you lot because I'm so far behind. If I'm Argentina, I'm pretty happy, to be honest, because France have been pretty lackluster on the ball. They've hassled them pretty well, kept them really, really quiet. Steve Davis, any link to the game? It's on BBC and ITV. It's on BBC Play and ITV Player, Stephen. So I don't know if you can get them where you are, or if you have a VPN, that will allow you to do that. So let's see. Argentina intercept the ball here. Messi, De Paul, oversteps Messi. Oh, Di Maria, that's a horrendous shot. K off his high off his leg, off his shin probably, just horrific. It's good move though. De Paul does well, win the ball back. It's a great cut back, and for someone of Di Maria's quality, he's got to be getting that at least on target. That's horrendously finishing. Could think does well to pressure him, but that's a pretty average finish, I've got to be honest. It's just seeing who's on the bench for Argentina who can come in. Wonder if this could be one of those games where someone like Dybala, who's barely played, comes off the bench and scores a winner. Could be one of those sort of games, couldn't it? Or Lautaro Martinez, who's not had a great tournament, but this might be the moment for him. Varane's back with the ball, looking for... He's got Dembele now. He's had a very good tournament. Excellent player when he's fit. It's always the issue with Dembele is keeping him fit. Yeah, Emmett with a good point. It's all Argentina so far, but it was all England and Morocco in the previous games. Then France went and scored. Yeah, that's the difference with France. They're not always easy on the eye, and sometimes they do get dominated possession-wise, but they're so clinical up front, and they've got so many options up front. It's what gets you out of the game. That's what you need, really. Lautaro scoring will go against Kev's narrative. I don't know what Kev's narrative is, Lautaro Martinez. I think he's quite a good player, but I don't think he's been very good at all this tournament. And from what I've read, I think he's playing with injections in his ankle, which can't be a good thing. And if I was Inter Milan, you wouldn't be particularly happy that he's playing through painkiller injections. Theo Hernandez round the back here. It's a free kick. Okay. Kev will join us back as soon as he can. I think he's having a few issues with his laptop, unfortunately. Ooh. Ooh. Giroud there. Cross comes in. Giroud does well to get the header, to be honest, on there. First real chance, I would say, for Argentina. Matt says, let's be more point out, he's been a bit shit. To be fair, he has been a bit shit this tournament. He's a good player, Martinez. I mean, listen, I've said it on these many podcasts that I think, Martinez is a good player and probably would do well in the Premier League, but he hasn't shown it yet in the World Cup. But, he did score the crucial penalty, which is the key thing. Oh, there's a few things. Don't be giving it away in the chat here, but it looks like I'm going to see something exciting happen in a minute. Right, Messi with the ball. Drive at the French defence. Out wide. Back to DePaul. Back to Otamendi. What a time to make your 100th cap in World Cup finals. Not a bad way to get your 100th cap for your country, is it? Back to Romero. Red Steve's afternoon. Red Steve. Dembele's a tool, apparently. Oh, good to know. Hey, mate, you all right?
Good.
I'm just on 2049.
Yeah.
It's gone down. Oh, penalty. Oh, that's why Dembele's a tool. Then according to Red Steve, that explains a lot. I thought it was just a general statement he was making. He doesn't. Let's see this then. So, what time are you on, mate?
He's just giving it there now. 20, 58, 59, 21, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, I'm about 10 seconds ahead of you. It's not too bad. So get to there.
Let me think. I can shift ahead.
Now 2018 now. Does he touch him? Oh yeah, there's a little clip of his ankle. And when you see the second angle, yeah, there is a touch on his ankle. There is a knock on his ankle. After being Kev both saying, "Why is Di Maria starting his shit? What's he going to do?" He's won a penalty. We're really good with this calling people shit, and they're really good.
I'm trying to skip forward. Hang on.
2043 I'm at the moment. So is this the moment Messi World Cup final? This will be the first goal he'll have scored in a international final for his country. Apparently he's never scored an international final, and he's played in a few now, hasn't he? Even Copa America.
That's putting the mockers on him now, Chris.
Well, that's the stat. I mean, do you see the one about Argentina? If they lose today, they equal the record for the most most losses in a World Cup final.
Six, is it? Or 6 is the number of finals they've been in, isn't it? 6
finals, and they've lost 3. This will be the 6 finals. They lose, there'll be 4. This will be the 4th loss, which is equal. Messi, nice penalty. And as Matt's pointed out, to be fair, Matt said in our WhatsApp group, 2-0 Argentina, and watch a soft penalty for Messi. I do think it's a penalty though. Soft as it is, tangle legs, that's always going to be given, and it's one of those ones that VAR is never going to overturn. I mean, to be honest, VAR in this.
What are you on now, Chris?
20, 47, 48, 49, 22, 50. Sorry, 22, 52.
22, 52.
If you go 2 seconds, bang on 23 minutes now. Matt saying France would equal the record, wouldn't they? I don't know about France. I just saw it was one of those Opta stats that came up and said if Argentina lost, it'd be their 4th World Cup final loss, which is equals the record. But I don't know who's got the other. He didn't say who's the other team with 4. So I don't think France have been in more than 4 finals, have they? How's your throat anyway? Because you and Kev between you are suffering today, aren't you?
Kev was saying he has the lurgy. I got it on Thursday. Little lad has it as well. It's just, and it's not even like a sore throat. It's more dry.
Oh, it's horrible.
And like, you're just talking normal, and next of all, it gets so dry that you start coughing, and then it's like you're coughing uncontrollably that it nearly makes you vomit. So, yeah,
Kev said it feels like he's swallowing glass. That's how horrible it feels in his throat. I was like, oh, no. Well, you've seen the messages about my little one. My little one's she's head to toe.
Yeah, I was saying there in the chat that I never forget. I had it when the first Gulf War broke out. I was watching Match of the Day with my dad, and it went to one of these special news bulletins. But I was lying on the couch, and I had them on the palms of my hand and the soles of my feet. It was absolutely agony.
That's the one thing. That's the only way she hasn't got it is palms, the hands, and her feet. But she's but the doctor said, "Oh yeah, she's definitely got it." She said it's covered, but she said, "You can see where it started." So let me check her throat, and he just went, "It's in her mouth with her throat, you know." She's got an ulcer, and I went, "Oh, yeah, it looks like an ulcer." And he said, "That's not an ulcer, mate. That's chickenpox."
You need to be careful with that strep A. That's what we were worried about with the little lads strep A stuff that's going around now. And
yeah, it's definitely not that strep A. It's full on chickenpox, but it's just So the only place she feels comfortable is falling asleep on the couch. So I end up having to sleep on the chair next to her till about 4 a.m. when she eventually drops off. Then I can go to bed. Then so I'm literally going to bed. I'm going to bed every night at 4 a.m. and having to get up about 8.
And chamomile lotion, is it all over?
Well, we've got the cream and we've got the actual calamine lotion, but because some of the spots start to burst now, when you put the calamine lotion on it, it stings too much. That it's so painful. All she's having is Piriton, just to take the edge off the itching. And she says it's like drinking a Polo. So she has that, and then it seems to take the edge off for a few hours. So I'm just topping up on Piriton at the moment. So
it's a free kick in a dangerous area here for France, maybe a bit too far out.
Yeah. Ocean's in the chat. Good to see in the chat. Said, "Hey, everyone, soft penalty, but once the referee gives it, it ain't getting overturned, is it?" No, I think you're right. It falls in those ones. We always go. We've seen them given. I always call them a bit like if you watch cricket, in cricket they have something called umpire's call, where so basically what we do in cricket is you have three options to go to TV umpire and cross comes in, and some of them like leg before, if it's just clipping, so it's like it's clipping, but it's hard what's called. If the umpire gives you out, you're out. But if the umpire gives you not out and it's just clipping, they go, well, you're still not out. Why? I said because it's such a marginal decision. They go benefit of the doubt. But what they always say is if you've appealed it and you lose it for an umpire's call, they go, well, you're out, but you don't lose your appeal because it's such a tight call. So So in the question of football, it is like I've seen them given. Where you go, nah. So some will say it's soft, some say it's a penalty. Ooh. Well, that's sort of a free kick there.
Oh, free out.
Oh, he's going the away. I thought you'd give it to France then.
I thought, yeah.
He looks a bit like one of the Mitchell brothers, doesn't he? Watch it. Theo Hernandez. Oh, shoulder in his head. Oh. But I'll be honest.
I don't know why Hernandez is moaning. What part of him is hurt?
But at the same time, I'm not sure that's a foul, though, because Bessie's jumped into him.
They're both going for it.
Yeah. I think it's play or worst case, it's a free kick to France.
It's like the one earlier there with Lloris when he was down. I don't know who it was that pushed Romero, but the French defender pushed him into the goalkeeper. Referee gives a free out.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting about that. Matt saying Dembele defending like a forward. Yeah, it was definitely naive defending at least, wasn't it? But I think it's what the game needed, though. I think Argentina.
You said it earlier on. If France went ahead, it was nearly kind of you don't see Argentina getting them back.
I always thought if France got the lead with their pace, they would pick Argentina off eventually for a second. This now at least makes it interesting. I don't think it changes much of the French approach, but at least it makes it interesting now. Oh, I think Kev's hoping to join us for the second half. I think his poor laptops give up the ghost a little bit at the moment. Oh, If you're in the chat, thanks for joining us. If you can hit the like and the subscribe, that'd be grand. And Emmett with his dodgy throat's back. You're back tonight at 10 o'clock, aren't you, mate?
Yeah, I don't know how much I'm allowed to say. I won't be alone, let's say.
Yeah, I know. Sadly, I'm not on it tonight, unfortunately. I'm on dad duties tonight.
Yeah.
So I will sadly won't be able to do anything tonight.
It'll be interesting. That's all I'll say.
I'm sure it will be. No mates with you guys on that show. Hey, we'll have our first post-match reaction as well. What we this week coming up?
Thursday.
City against Liverpool. Corner from Messi.
Interesting seeing De Bruyne back playing and all already. Yeah. Scoring yesterday.
I know, frustratingly, City actually are probably coming back stronger than we thought they would for that game because, rightly, a lot of people probably thought Belgium would get deeper than they did. As Red Steve Wright points out, you can't do fat back four on your own, Emmett.
No. It'll be more than four.
I think it's a good Christmas special, isn't it?
I have no idea. I've just been told to be there, so
yeah. I'll have it on while I'm on dad duties.
Normally, when you don't get much information on the show, it's
one of Matt's quizzes
for good reason. Yeah,
it's one of Matt's.
Gav's got to pull the rug out from under us and to surprise us with something.
Yeah, it's one of Matt's quizzes. You know what happened in the 1932s league? Oh, come on. There you go. Out wide. I know we won the penalty there, but Di Maria's been shite.
If anybody, so who have we got? So we've got Kevin, Garmac, Archie, Matt, Red Steve. I'd imagine you probably all have watched, but if you haven't watched Gav's, it was only like a private link for a video on Liverpool
really
history. Hit him up and ask him for it. It was really, really good.
I love shows like that. They're really good.
I think you said it. You said it earlier on that maybe it was Matt said that. It was yourself saying that even though it's like the same moment in history and whatever, everybody has their own kind of memories of it, which is
because
always really good.
Give an example. Everyone was talking about. Do you remember 2005? The Gerrard Olympiacos got the goal, which everyone talks about. I was in the pub and that's that. Do you know where I was? I was in Student Union Bar. And I was that pissed off that we were losing that I got steaming drunk playing pool. That I wandered in as he scored, like half pissed, went, "Fucking hell!" and then just sat in the chair. Then so I actually didn't see any of the game. I just saw the goal, celebrated the goal, and walked back out. And I was just absolutely leathered because I was convinced we got knocked out. I was so upset over it.
I tell you what, Di Maria has being on the bench. It seems to have given him a bit of a toe up the hole. It's
he's running around more, but
he's been really good today so far.
G-Man saying, "How did England lose to this shite?" They weren't clinical. The two sides was they were really clinical. I thought France. I mean, some will talk about the officiating. Some of the officiating wasn't great, but ultimately, England had enough chances to win the game. They didn't take them. Gav's history will show you allowed me to make proper hard quizzes. Oh no, don't do hard quizzes.
Well, that's what I was wondering, Matt. Will these history shows now kind of make any future quizzes a little bit easier?
I doubt it, because if you're anything like me, you may get it right at the time, but then someone asks you the same question a week later, you go, I can't actually remember what I said now. But I think like I always love memories of the 2001 season. That's still one of my favourite seasons, and I was about 17, 18. But I think I wrote an article ages ago about it, said this. I always thought that's when modern Liverpool started, where they weren't that joke side that we were in the 90s, where you go like European football's not for us. Wasn't great football, but Julian made us a side that you hated to play.
Yeah.
And some of the characteristics you see in the current Liverpool side now is what you had under Julian, and you saw it in 2005. Just they knew how to grind results out and get magic moments. I still love that Roma game. Still one of my favorite games when we beat Roma away.
Yeah, early to mid 2000s. It's a blur for me. They would have been my my heyday of out drinking and partying, and so I can remember very, very little about that time. I can remember the final all right. I watched it in the Hard Rock Cafe in town in Dublin. but I can remember very little about the game.
Yeah, I think because me and Gav are, I think me and Gav are similar age. I think there's only a year between us, but it's quite funny to say who's your favorite first like idol. Gav's is John Barnes, and I say mine's Steve McManaman. And he goes, "Why?"
Okay.
I said, "I never really properly followed football, as in like give a shit who the players were or knew anything until I was about 9 or 10. So my Liverpool's early Liverpool memories is 92 onwards. So Steve McManaman was so obviously when I think John Barnes, I think 90s John Barnes who played centre mid. Years later, you realise John Barnes was an outrageous winger. But I never saw that in my head. I never saw that John Barnes. I've seen videos of him. That's not the John Barnes I know. So Steve McManaman was like my first proper big idol. I mean, he's a terrible commentator.
My first memories of football are that 86 FA Cup final. And then I think because I watched that, I watched the World Cup. And then it was Gary Lineker. I know I've said this before, but Gary Lineker, Ian Rush were kind of, because I was playing football at the time, I was a striker, so they were kind of, I went out and bought, I was getting Quasar boots. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Quasar. That's what Lineker used to wear, and I had a couple of pairs of Quasar boots.
I had Lotto for a while. Lotto boots.
Yeah.
I think that's because I got obsessed with Golazzo, and all the Italians wore Lotto. So I thought
I had a pair of black Lottos with the blue Lotto sign, and I think they were
black with the green one is what I had.
I had what's your man's name? Did Stoichkov wear Lotto? I think mine were Stoichkov's.
Martinez clears it here. Upamecano chip to nowhere. Oh, flick here is this. Alvarez, is that through?
Oh,
he's through.
Still.
Di Maria. Oh, safe. I have to be saying he's been shit all game. So the fellow that's been shit all game has got a goal at above the penalty. Oh,
he's been far better.
I'll never make a commentator. That's a great goal. That's a proper breakaway. That's the sort of thing France do to teams. Oh,
is there a hint of offside now? Did he play it forward or across?
I thought he played it across. We'll see now.
As long as he was behind the ball, it's fine. But
that silly cross there, isn't it? That touch by Alvarez there is brilliant.
He's behind the ball, a mile behind the ball.
Lovely again.
Look at that ball.
Was that McAllister?
Yeah.
Alvarez, do you know what? He's an absolute bargain by City, you know. I think I remember Kev saying at the time, said long term he might be the bigger long term signing for City. He's got everything in his game that makes him perfect.
I think Lloris could have done better there, could he? He kind of commit himself.
He does go down very quickly, but that's sort of
and outstretched instead of making himself big.
Well, as Matt says, you've got my 2-0, like sort of Matt predicted. He says, but that 4-3 is still on. That 4-3 could be on now. To me, saying it could be a tight game. Well, this really will test the French now.
I'll be €180 richer if this stays like this. I have Argentina in a sweep.
Ah, right, okay. Do you know, I've not done a sweep this year. I don't think I worked it well.
I'll be honest, when it was Argentina against Croatia, I was kind of hoping Croatia would win because I'd win more if Croatia, even if Croatia lost, I would have won more.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Red Steve, full disclosure, I had France to edge it by 1 in a tight game. I know nothing. To be fair, I think a lot of pundits and a lot of betting companies rightly would have France as favourites to edge it. You know, I think we all wanted Argentina to win just because it's a nice story, but also, like you said, it's someone who's not won it for a while.
The Dutch came from 2-0 down, so it's a long way to go. Yeah,
they did.
And I would imagine that France probably have a little bit more firepower than the Dutch.
Yeah. Reverend FC dropping Ibu after that performance. Deschamps deserves it.
I agree.
I'll be honest, that second goal came from a bit of a nothing pass from Upamecano into nowhere. I just don't think he's as good on the ball as Ibu. I think he's just got that bit more calmness about him. I always feel like he can rattle Upamecano into a mistake. I always think Varane looks better next to Ibu as well. I think it suits his game. Good tackle. That Romero. To be fair, he's been a great find for Spurs, Romero.
Yeah.
The only issue with him is fitness. That's the only thing that's, I think, let him down for Spurs is he can't keep himself fit for long enough. Because when he's fit, like he's really good. It's a big half-time team talk list for Didier Deschamps, isn't it?
Get Kanate on second half.
Definitely. But that French midfield, though, of Tchouaméni and Rabiot, it's been bypassed far too much. The key thing is, though, is you've not heard Griezmann name mentioned all game.
And he was excellent in the semi-final.
I think he's been the key to them being so good this tournament. And none of us would have had Griezmann as a centre mid. But him as centre mid has been revolutionary for France. But Argentina have done really well to stifle him. I wonder if that's because I think Enzo Fernandez has sort of played a bit more on him. So I wonder if he's been given a bit of a job of just like get close to him as quick as you can. Matt's saying
making a change already.
Double change. Matt's saying
double change.
Giroud and Dembele off. Kolo, was it Maui and Thuram on? It'd be amazing to take Giroud off. You know, the leading goal scorer. But then again, if he's not happy, he's not happy. I mean, to do it with before half time is a bit cutthroat as well, I would say. But that'll certainly rattle a few of the French players. And look, the easy thing to do is leave it till half time and change it all at half time. To do it before half time is really making a point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I must admit, Dembele's coming off. There he is. I'm surprised he's taking Giroud off. I'm not surprised taking Dembele off because he's not been great. But I mean, I'll be honest. The biggest issue they've had is they're not holding up in midfield at all. And
Giroud always has a goal in him, though. Yeah. Always.
Now listen, watch this like now score a hat trick and we'll go, oh well. But it's not the player I'd have took off. Dembele, I get. I'd have rather took Upamecano off just for a bit, so you have some calms at centre back, or stiffen your midfield up. You know, bring up maybe Fofana in midfield. Yeah, Matt saying surprised Koundé didn't get the hook. Yeah, Koundé's not been great. The problem is though they haven't really got many full-back options because of all the injuries they've got. That's one area where France have probably got a lot of injuries is in the full-back areas in the current squad. I mean,
I get that Pavard had made a mistake. Was it against Australia? But
yeah,
I mean he is a decent player. And he's not featured at all since.
No.
But you never know what could be going on in the French camp. There's always weird shit going on in the. Sorry, it's only 3:45. There's always weird stuff going on in the.
Well, do you remember 2002 when they got beat by Senegal?
Senegal, yeah.
Didn't they all nearly go on strike at us?
Yeah. I think that wasn't 2000, not 2002 to 2000 and was it 10 or 14? Okay, where a certain Mr. Evra was.
I'll bring this call because I'll be honest, I'll get this name completely wrong. France should have called us Alexandre. I'll be perfectly honest.
I'll read it, Chris.
Read again.
I
just half read it and went, oh man, I'm too tired for stuff like that. Don't take advice from a man who's half asleep. But one thing I would say is, and I thought it in the group stage, is I find it baffling they didn't bring up a replacement for
Benzema.
Just have the option on the bench. It doesn't have to be another striker. It could be another winger. It could be another centre back. But
did they replace Nkunku?
Yeah,
with Thuram, was it?
I think it's Thuram or the lad they just brought on now. Well, they brought somebody for him. But now I thought maybe they think if we get to the final we can bring Benzema back in, but they haven't called him up. So, but even things like is it Ben Yedder?
Ben Yedder,
yeah. He's a handy striker. Yeah, just have him on the bench just in case you need it.
Yeah. And did they? When did
Matt say, Chris? You got to say it with an accent. I could barely do my own accent. I'm not going to do anybody else's.
When did Kimpembe drop out of the squad? Was it late enough? Did they replace him?
Yeah, I think they replaced everybody who got injured.
Bar Benzema.
Bar Benzema. It's bizarre, I think.
And they've named him in every matchday squad apparently as well.
Well, because they haven't replaced him. He's just greyed out, isn't he? A bit like you guys in 2002 when Roy Keane was left so late that you couldn't replace him. He's technically named in every matchday squad. You can't pick him. He's just greyed out, but you can't pick him. So it just seems bizarre. Which always made me think, I wonder if he's got a chance of coming back. But I don't know. I mean, look, that's not the reason they're losing 2-0. Don't get me wrong, but
no,
it never sat well with me, that thinking like it doesn't instill confidence if you're just on the fringe of the squad going, when a player's injured, I'm not going to pick you.
But this is this screams like we said earlier on that England were all over them, and then they went and scored. Morocco were all over them to a certain extent as well, and then they went and scored.
That was
Argentina have scored first here. So sorry, my battery is about to go on the laptop. Stick to charge. Now they're in a position that they've not been in, where they're having to chase. So
yeah, because I think even in England game they went 1-0 up, didn't they? And then England got it back.
And somewhat against the run of play against England, and I think a little against Morocco as well. I think.
Yeah, I still think that Schumann got as good a hit as it is. I still think it's one that keeper should save. Personally, don't think you should ever really get beaten by a low drive that far out. The right back's done well for Argentina, actually. 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
Well, I think he was down for 8. Wasn't he? The Reese, I suppose.
Yeah.
And then the 2 subs and the 2 goals. So
and Messi was down for a minute or 2 as well. With his head.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So listen, all Argentina have got now is 7 minutes of just play the ball around now. Get to half time. Get to half time 2-0 and then go from there. I'm a little surprised. Ooh, who's that gone down? Is that Di Maria? No, it's not giving anything. I think Kunde might have got away with one there, I think. I'm a little surprised there. What should we call it for Camavinga's not seen a little bit more playing time as well.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, it just shows the depth of the French squad. Kingsley Coman barely
he played at all?
I think he came on against I think he came on the Australia game, and I think he played in the game the last group game that they lost, because I think the French made quite a few changes that game. That's right. Mbappe has been anonymous. He has. And he's right. I can't believe they haven't tried to expose Tagliafico, because I think he is the weak link in that Argentina back four. A little surprised they haven't tried to swap Mbappe over, just swap sides over, just see what he can do. Ooh, that's a bit of a wild swing, that. Should be a free kick. That's buying a free kick. That's the dark arts, that. You love to see it when it's not against your side. Oh, it's brilliant, the ball.
I don't think he even touches him, does he?
No, he doesn't touch it.
Got the ball.
Got
the ball.
And Zed's here saying, I can't believe Otamendi hasn't been exposed. We sort of feel like we've said that all tournament, don't we? But I think Otamendi's always been a good defender when it's all in front of him. The issue, and he had the same issue at City, was as soon as you got the ball behind him, his head would go there, and then he started doing some absolute wild tackles. But to be fair to Argentina, they're not letting themselves get caught from behind, really, are they? They're always just about getting themselves solid.
You just wonder how long the Argentina legs will last, because they've been right up in France's face from the off. So, but you wonder, can they keep it up for the 90 minutes?
Yeah, but at least they give themselves a base to build from now. You wouldn't like all this running around they've been doing, and they will still either level or behind, because I think that would catch up with them. Alvarez trying to get in behind here. Varane clears again. So, guys, didn't know you were on. McAllister's better than Rabiot. Who knew? Everybody. Yeah, I mean, Wesley Fofana did all right. Did all right in the last game, actually.
And Rabiot had actually been okay for France as well up until did he miss a game? Illness, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's a couple that missed the game. It was a couple that missed the game, wasn't it? It was him.
He hasn't been great today.
Him, Upamecano, both missed the game because of illness, didn't they? And then the same illness bug is what Varane and Canate got. So I still find it baffling they didn't start him. As Matt said, to be fair, Rabiot looked good until today, but there aren't many of the. Can you say anybody in France has looked good today?
No.
So far too many big names haven't really got. I mean, they've now looks like they switched their Mbappe through to the middle. I still think he looks better wide than through the middle. Reverend's asking a question. If you had a choice of taking McAllister or Caicedo to Liverpool, who would you take? Matt's saying Caicedo. I think Caicedo is probably what we need. We need
I was going to say, we have similar to McAllister, I think.
Oh, listen, I wouldn't be concerned if we did sign him, but I think we need another defensive-minded player to put a bit of pressure on Fabinho, but also take a bit of pressure off him because we can then rotate him. Because then you could have him, Henderson, and Fabinho rotate that defensive role if you wanted to, so it keeps some fresh legs. But the ideal answer is get both. But if you gave me the choice, I would probably say Caicedo. I mean, if you were talking about, Bellingham or Declan Rice, the obvious answer is Bellingham, but you may say Declan Rice is probably the type of player we actually need in the squad. Probably need a more defensive mind. Because Bellingham can do that role, but he's better going forward. He's more box to box, all round brilliant. So what we are now, 50 minutes now, so 2 minutes to go till half time.
Yeah, Matt says he's not convinced on McAllister. He's had a good season, but he hasn't been amazing in previous years. I never even knew the chap existed until this season.
I think he sort of kicked on probably last 6 months of last season when he got a bit of a run. But again, it could be just somebody acclimatising to the league, I reckon. That's also a thing. But he now seems to be a regular now for Brighton.
Yeah,
it's great.
And Argentina. I certainly didn't think that he would be. He started every game, hasn't he? I'm nearly sure he started every game for them.
I don't think he started the Saudi Arabia game. But I think after the Saudi Arabia game, they made a lot of changes. Like Enzo Fernandez came in after for the third game. And to be fair, you've got to give the Argentina coach some credit. He's a novice coach, isn't he? In terms of this, this is the only club or country he's managed, and he's at least been willing to switch his formation up, drop a few big names. Dropping Di Maria is a bit, although we think it's an obvious call, it's still a big name to drop, isn't it? So that looks a foul. Oh! I thought he was going to chin the ref then. There we go. Reverend saying, yeah, he started every game since the Saudi Arabia game. So to be fair to the manager, at least he's recognised. Look, I can't stick with what I've got here. I've got to round it up. Does he really touch him? I mean, maybe he does ride the challenge. So that's possibly why he doesn't touch him. 80 million to United. Sask, who's that? Who's gone to United for 80 million? Probably McAllister.
Enzo Fernandez getting a yellow there.
Ooh. Feels a little bit harsh, that. Since it's been linked with Liverpool, he's gone really quiet. Have you noticed that?
The which?
Fernandez. Since it's been linked with Liverpool, he's under orders now. Play shit, lad. Just get the price down. Cross comes in. Oh, it's too deep. That's a pretty shy cross, that. I mean, at the moment, Enzo Fernandez has had Martinez has had nothing to do.
And there's the dark arts that O'Shane is talking about there. Martinez just turned his back and walked back towards his goal, not even looking for the ball.
Do you think we go for Amrabat, Chris, because Brighton will try and fleece it for Caicedo? It seems to be a name that we're getting linked a lot. It's half time, by the way. 2-0 Argentina, and they're all having an argument with the referee, which is all grand fun, putting a bit of pressure. I must admit, Amrabat. Now, listen, I openly don't say I follow every European league, but I didn't know he existed until this World Cup, which is I'm always suspicious of signs one just off a World Cup performance. I don't think clubs do that. I do think they've been looking at it for a while, but he's 20. I was 27 now.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of signing players off the back of World Cups.
I sort of feel at 27. I sort of feel at 27. I'm surprised that some bigger clubs haven't looked at him sooner if he's been doing that level of performance. So I'm not sure, but I think we need to bring somebody in January. But at the same respect, I don't want to just bring in anybody in. Remember when we all got excited with Karius because it was anyone but Mignolet? And then we all realised, oh, maybe not just anybody's a good shout.
He's 26. He'll be 27 next August.
Okay,
but still,
I mean, the benefit of him signing him at 26, maybe this is the whole risk situation, is you shouldn't need as much betting into because you're pretty much at 26. You kind of know what you are as a player, so you get in and get going. So
it's he could be that functional midfielder that we're talking about. Do you know what I mean? No frills, no. Do you know what I mean? It's just
stuff that don't get. But every club has them. You need them, don't you?
Yeah.
St. Paul saying they deserve to lose. How can they not play Canate? He's played 2 matches, being your man of the match. But you start that lump. I'm assuming he means Upamecano as that lump. Yeah. I mean, the other thing that makes Amrabat potentially appealing is the talk is that he's only around 30 million euro, which is in today's money, quite a low risk signing. I mean, maybe Liverpool try and do what they used to with Benitez, which is, I mean, Benitez was the master of signing random lads and then 6 months moving them on. Jan Kromkamp's still the best example of sort of bought him, used him for 6 months and sold him for the same fee. There you go. That'll do. But Benitez was a bit like that. If he couldn't get first or second choice, he'd go down to 8th choice until he got someone in. Yeah, I do still think that's a penalty. I think it's a soft one, but I think it's very naive by Dembele. You don't need to try and get involved in there.
I'm assuming St. Paul is talking about Upamecano. He's rash. He can leave his position open all the time. Thank God we didn't sign him. I'm assuming that's Upamecano.
Yeah, definitely Upamecano. Because we went to Varane. Actually, Varane's had a good World Cup.
Yeah.
I just think Varane looks more comfortable with Canate. I mean, to be fair, Van Dijk looks very comfortable next to Canate as well. He's that sort of player, isn't he? He helps bring out the best in other players and takes some pressure off as well. Okay. I'm making Reverend laugh because Benitez was ruthless makes me laugh. I think he was with players. As soon as you didn't like you, that's it. You were done, weren't you? There was never a second chance of Rafa, was there?
Two words. Robbie Keane.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think, Rafa? You sound Robbie Keane. I asked for a lampshade. They brought me a couch. He went, oh, okay, that's not.
I was devastated because I would have loved, and I thought Robbie Keane could have done very well. It was a very kind of a spiteful kind of thing.
Yeah, I thought you would. The thing that killed it for me was when they got rid of him in January, they didn't bring a replacement in. I'd rather just had Robbie Keane on the bench just in case. But I was a bit like that with Ricky Lambert. I remember when we lost the league in 13-14. I remember saying I wouldn't mind a Ricky Lambert, but my context was always as a sub to bring off. That's all I want. That's all I want to bring him in, just as an option off the bench. That's all I want him there for. The problem was we signed Balotelli and a few others, and he ended up being the main striker. And I was at the European game when we got knocked out by, I think it was Basel. He was fucking atrocious. For a man with no pace, he was offside all the time. He was going, and I felt sorry for him because it was his dream move. Liverpool lad, Liverpool fan.
I met him in the airport, in John Lennon Airport, when we were going over for the Champions League final last year. And I swear to God, he's a popular lad in Liverpool.
He's a nice
everybody going up to get their picture taken with him.
Because unfortunately, I think everyone accepts it didn't work out for him, but it wasn't for the lack of trying or anything like that. It was just wrong move, right move, wrong time. Unfortunately, if he'd gone to Liverpool the year before, it probably worked out for him because it'd been him coming off the bench instead of an Aspas. If you know what I mean, that was the difference. John Summers saying Conor Bradley doing great at Bolton. What do you think? He looks like a very handy, good young right back. Whether he's going to make it for Liverpool, I'm not sure because I must admit, Ramsey looks a bit of a steal. Early days, but he looks a real steal. I think Conor Bradley's probably going to go out on another loan, but we'll do him good and keep him getting regular minutes, which is going to help him for his international career. Of Northern Ireland, isn't he? Conor Bradley. Is he Northern Irish? Oh, certainly he's not. I think he's got more appearances for Northern Ireland than he has for Liverpool. Almost certainly has.
Red Steve commented on Roy Keane's new look.
Oh, is that on ITV? Is it?
I saw somebody say earlier on he looks like Billy Connolly. He has a moustache. What do they call it under here? Soul patch or something like that.
Oh, his little soul.
Yeah.
I put it on BBC, and the reason I put BBC because I wasn't sure if we were doing the show today. And look, BBC's punditry, I don't particularly like BBC's half-time punditry, but I can't listen to Sam Matterface on ITV. Oh God, it's like listening to paint. It's just like listening to paint dry. He's the dullest commentator.
Bradley has played 10 senior internationals for Northern Ireland. He hasn't played any games for Liverpool, according to Wikipedia.
Oh, I thought he played in the League Cup. I thought he played that random League Cup game.
I'd say this is probably League game. They count.
Oh, League game, yeah. I think he's playing a couple of League Cup games where
16 for Bolton and 3 goals as well.
Yeah, I think one of his goals was an absolute banger as well. So that's what you want to see. You want to like lads go on and do well. Because then you know what's going to happen for him. It sounds like Tyler Morton's doing well at Bolton. I think that's doing him the world of good. So I've just looked at high speed. I hope Alan McCoy was on. Yeah, I must admit, I can't believe that ITV would rather have Sam Matterface than Clive Tilsley. I just don't get it. I mean, Clive Tilsley just makes you think of Champions League football. I'm unfortunately it was always Man United games because Liverpool were never in it, but he was great, Clive Tilsley. I find it bizarre he's not used as much.
I just want Sky to go and get Drury instead of
Twilight. Can you imagine Drury would be brilliant. But I'd also like to take Neville and Carragher off co-commentary. I think they're much better doing the football, analysing the weekend. They're both brilliant at that, and they work really well at that. I don't rate either as a co-commentator, but I don't think there are many co-commentators that are brilliant. Probably Alan McCoist.
No, that's what I was going to say. Who are you going to end? Alan McCoist is actually really good.
Alan McCoist,
who do you wind up with if they get rid of Carragher and Neville?
Alan McCoist. Alan McCoist, hopefully. McCoist and Jury as a two would be great. The thing with McCoist is I always feel like he just sounds like he loves football. And he's like, oh, look at this skill. Whereas most of us just solidly hate it. Most of
there's no bias in him either. I've watched games or I've even listened to him talking, and he'd be talking about Celtic or whatever. And obviously they're supposed to be sworn enemies, but there's no real bias about him. You know what I mean? You listen to Neville, and it's just bias towards Manchester United. You don't really have that with McCoist.
And Carragher's just as bad with Liverpool. Actually, Carragher.
The worst ever is Phil Thompson. I couldn't stand Phil Thompson on Soccer Saturday. I just couldn't stand him. It was so biased that it was kind of like, oh, stop, please. It's just cringy.
They're showing Jurue having kicking lumps out the floor and getting really pissed off because he got stuff.
They're showing on RTE here. They're showing. I'm assuming it's like a park in Buenos Aires, with the fans all celebrating. But there's a person that's on RTE, the presenter. Her name is Joanne Cantwell. I think there was a clip. I'll try and find it, but somebody said, I think it was Damien Duff was talking about Mbappe the other day.
Oh,
sorry. He doesn't lace his boots, and when she goes, really? And it was like, oh my god, like is she actually saying this?
I think because nobody ever says that, do they? Because you also say, oh, it's the new big name and all that, and he just goes, he's not on his level. He just goes, same age. Messi walks over him at 23. He said, I was like, well, yeah, but there's nothing. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying Mbappe's not on Messi's level. It's still a bloody high level. He's on.
I think it was more so the fact that she was shocked. She clearly holds him in higher regard than Messi.
But I don't think that's like a controversial. I don't think that's a particularly controversial. If he said Messi doesn't lace Ronaldo's boots, you'd go, well, that's not a particularly controversial decision, because I think Messi and Ronaldo are a level above. Listen, he may get there. He may in 10 years' time go, but Messi, he's the next Messi, but possibly not.
I was I watched a couple of videos earlier on actually, and this guy, I usually see this guy. It was on TalkSport, but I usually see this guy do more mixed martial arts. I don't know what the guy's name is, but he's saying about Mbappe, and he can see him going on to match the likes of Ronaldo and Messi's figures, and Who was it? I think it was Carlton Cole said, do you ever see him doing like 91 goals, equaling 91 goals in a calendar year, like that Messi did? And he says, yeah, I think I can see him doing it. And I was like, oh my God, like you're literally saying this on live radio and it's being clipped and sent around. I don't see anyone ever doing that again.
No, it's ridiculous because that just obscene numbers. I mean, that was the great Barcelona side as well. That was a ridiculously brilliant Barcelona side as well. So we're saying Hammam winking at everyone in RTE has to be the worst.
Stop! That's awful. He's not winking. He has like a twitch in his eyes, doesn't he? That's terrible.
That's awful. I mean, Haman's a horrendous pundit.
Adam Catterall is your man's name.
Adam Catterall. Rings a bell.
He usually does more BT work for BT on MMA.
Well, to be honest, that's probably why you should stick to MMA. Yeah. It'd be like me doing commentary on rugby union because I wouldn't have a clue. Do you know what I mean? But Haman's just hates Liverpool ever since he never got a job at Liverpool by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
It's because I didn't realise that was the reason. At one point I generally thought, like I said, did we like shit in his bed before he left Liverpool? So I say,
yeah, I think with the whole German connection, somebody was saying that he thought he was going to end up getting a job under Klopp.
It doesn't work that way though. Has he done his coaching badges?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I mean, Klopp's reaction to the guy when
that was brilliant.
When he mentioned Didi Hamann, he asked, "Who said that?" It's just gas.
That's a great source of knowledge. Then
that's good. Then
no wonder you're asking me that. There, I'm so glad because Didi Hamann like that, but inside Didi Hamann's going, "You've just been ripped on national television by pretty much probably the most popular German around. Well done." Kev saying the only way that happens with Mbappe, I think he means the 91 goals, is if he stays in La Liga. Yeah, Liga, and there's probably like a ridiculous run where, you know, that's the thing with Messi is in La Liga, you know, and while La Liga is still outside of the big two, Real Madrid and Barcelona, still scoring 91 goals in La Liga is ridiculous. You know,
it's a better league than the French league.
Well, I would say the German league's much weaker than La Liga, and you can't see Haaland scoring 91 goals. I mean, Haaland's a machine, but I don't see Haaland doing 91 goals either. And he did it in a league where you probably wouldn't surprise if he did it, to be fair. So then maybe if Haaland was playing for Bayern, maybe he probably would score 91 goals because Bayern just steamroller everyone. So do you see any more changes half time? Or we've already done two, haven't they?
Look, I think he's done the two because like we said at the start, in the England game, in the Morocco game, they kind of were nearly on the back foot, and I think I'm nearly sure I watched both of them, and on both of them I said the one that looks most likely to score here is England, or the one that looks most likely to score here is Morocco, and literally 5-10 minutes later France scored. So they seem to have been playing that kind of a tactic, but it didn't work here. Argentina went and scored, and that's when they made the two changes. So.
But the key for them in those games was Griezmann got a lot more on the ball in the England game, and he found ways of getting Giroud free. And Giroud will always cause teams problems. They've lost that physicality now for the middle in Giroud. I mean, they've just gone pure pace up front now, which, I'll be honest, still a scary front three, like, isn't it? That they've got up. But yeah, it's just.
Are you about to kick off there?
Just about to kick off now, yeah. They haven't kicked off yet. But
Messi standing over the ball.
Yep. One good thing. The French kit's nice, though. Good than that. They've got a nice kit. And reference right, Argentina still look dangerous. Argentina look more like the French on the break than the French do.
Yeah.
You know, which is probably the best compliment you give because the French are devastating on the break.
They're just kicked off now?
Yeah, just kicked off for me as well.
Cool.
Yes. First of all, we're both synced up for a change. I've not got dodgy Wi-Fi for a nice difference.
Just until my Virgin Media buffers, and then we have to try and sync up again. But sure, look.
Yeah, I'll just play off the Wi-Fi. I still can't get the Ethernet thing to work. Excuse me.
So what do Argentina do here? Do they come out and just continue to play the way they've been playing, or do they risk sitting off? And
I think they should try and play the way they've been playing and look to get a third. I think the way you said, it's
my
inside.
God,
go on. Oh, he just got the touch he needed then. Oh, I thought he was clean in then. Kept hold of the ball then. Oh, what a start that would have been. Lloris, he does well there to come out, to be fair.
No, I never understood that where a team goes ahead. You're winning playing the way you're playing. Why not continue to play that way? Or instead of I suppose I
15,
watch
20
a lot of Ireland games, you get a goal and all of a sudden they sit in at the back.
15, 20 to go if it's still 2-0. Do you know what then? Shut up shop.
Yeah.
Get the shutters up, bring in all your shithouse players who'll just time delay and, break the play. That's what I get it then. 45 minutes is a long time just to sit and hold and hope for the best. I mean, listen, we had Gerard Houllier and he would quite happily do that. It was fucking awful to watch. It was absolutely nail biting. But, I just don't. I think you're always inviting trouble there. I don't think it works for you. The other thing is, Argentina have been really clever with the pressing. They're not doing it all the time, but they're picking the moments and they're making sure the likes of Koundé's on the ball a lot, who is a very good centre half who can play right back, but he's more of a centre half than a right back. So, you a little surprised? I mean, Saliba's had no minutes, has he, for France? Not even in the
I don't think so. No. For someone that's having such a great season,
he is. Yeah, Guendouzi as well. Ex-Arsenal is also having a really good season in France, and he's not really saw any minutes either.
There was obviously links for us for Guendouzi when the talk was that guy Mislintat, is it the director of football that was supposed to be coming into Liverpool?
Oh right, okay.
He's one of his boys apparently. So, I actually always liked Guendouzi. Just a bit immature, and I think that the whole thing when he was at Arsenal, when he grabbed Mopé by the throat and all that was and not just that game, but apparently he had a habit of going around and rubbing how much he earns a week into the faces of oppositions. It's a real immature thing to do, so you would like to think that he's matured a bit because he is a decent player.
Well, Klopp also seems to have like a no dickhead policy.
Yeah,
so that's the other thing. Ocean saying we could be facing a World Cup winning goalkeeper when we return. Could be actually, yeah. We've got Villa in the second game after the break.
No, Villa, 26th.
Yeah.
Boxing Day there, Stevens' Day here.
I know. Is that home? It's a home, isn't it?
I'm not sure. No, it's away because the Villa game, our home Villa game, is in May.
Yeah, Villa away's always a bit of a edgy one, isn't it? It was last year. We did quite well in the end after giving it away. Not a foul. No,
wouldn't have minded playing them about 6 weeks ago. They've kind of he's come in and turned them around a bit, hasn't he?
Di Maria wide, flicks it over, volley right at the keeper. DePaul's had a good game actually.
Yeah, I think his first couple. He wasn't great in his first few games, but he's been better in the last couple.
And he's not getting games from Madrid, is he?
I think there's talk of him moving on as well, isn't there?
I think that's partly because they need to free some money up, don't they, Madrid? Good deception. Steve said most of our upcoming games are away. It does feel that way, doesn't it? Which, I'll be honest, is a bit of concern because that's the one thing that our away form's shite, isn't it?
I think we've only won one, have we?
Yeah. There you go, yeah. Villa away, Leicester at home on the 30th. And then on the 2nd, we've got Brentford away. Before we have Wolves in the FA Cup. So, I've got Chelsea soon as well, haven't
we? The rearranged game, or
no? I think it's the. I think it's just the league. The other league game was supposed to have. Yeah, did you see it at the friendly against Milan?
No, I was here trying to get a stream, and I ended up watching a little bit of it on Twitter. I saw the goals all right. What a ball from Clark, was it? Or
Clark, yeah.
Clark,
yeah, it was lovely. Overall, the overall attacking play was quite good. I mean, the goal with the conceded was pretty laughable. A bit like the goal we conceded against the first one against Lyon.
Yeah, I thought Robbo looked a bit amateurish, didn't he, for that?
Yeah, both little brain fart moments, really, weren't they? Red Steve saying in our next 11 games, it's 4 at home, 7 away. Well, listen, if Liverpool are going to get top 4, they're going to have to kick that away form into gear at some point, aren't they? So you just hope they get someone in early to the squad. Also, we need to kick some form in soon when we play in Madrid. Archie's right. Nunes did look great, apart from his penalty. Oh my god, it was the worst. He's done 2 penalties like that. Where thinking at some point he's going to miss one of these, but he keeps getting the shit penalties in. You know your penalty's bad when you're literally apologising to the guy you've scored past. I'm really sorry. Sorry. It's almost like I said, should we try that one again? I'll give you a chance. When you break it up for Christmas, mate?
I was supposed to finish yesterday, but I was supposed to finish on Friday. But I have one more day. I have to go back in. Something that needed to be done on Friday that we couldn't launch, so we're launching it tomorrow.
Look at you. I've got to work. I've got to work until Friday because my colleague who I work with is gone to Australia, not to Australia, New Zealand to see her family, which is fair enough. And then my boss just announced there. Oh, by the way, I'm off. I'm off Monday for the week so next year. Oh, cracking! so I'm sat at my own till Friday. Brilliant. If there's any mods in the chat, can we get rid of our friend? Corner for Argentina.
I thought that originally went out for a throw, or did they actually take a throw and it went out for a corner?
I think it went out for and took it for corner. By the way, though, I loved the first goal we scored. Salah's with it was one of Joel Matip's. I'm going for it. I'm going on an adventure, and he set up the goal. I love those. When they go off, they look amazing. Karate started to put that into his game a little bit though, which is good. Because I don't think he has a different passing range, but having one of the centre backs who's quite comfortable to run out with the ball, just think gives you another dimension. Just something to worry about. Fucking hell. Get back in your goalkeeper.
That's the last thing that Argentina need here.
Kev saying disturbance in the crowd. Oh, hopefully not. Oh.
What about that Melbourne derby? That was some disturbance in the crowd.
Didn't it get stopped after 20 minutes?
Yeah, they were throwing flares onto the pitch, and the keeper threw one, picked it up from his goal mouth and kind of tossed it like this. Didn't turn around and throw it at them. Tossed it back like this, but it went into the crowd. And next of all, they all piled on, pushed the advertising hardens down. Then someone smacked them in the head with a bin.
That's a late one by Rabiot. Rabiot gets a yellow there. Tells you he was rubbish. Do you remember years ago? It was probably talking early 2000s. I just thought, Christ, that's a bad sir.
That could have broke his leg.
That's a
scissors,
really bad,
isn't it? Look.
Oh, that's a nasty one. That is a nasty one. God. Yeah. It's Red Steve. Ali McCoy's an ITV, but so is Lee Dixon. That's like the yin and yang of that, isn't it? Balancing it out. That's a bad one to Paul. That. Yeah.
Oh, there's a Cunha there. Look.
Yeah. So we must. I think I'll say Kevin, when we did a little bit of Googling, the Metro, the source of all logic, said he failed a fitness test. Matt's got pretty Drury. Oh, shut up, Matt. No one likes to show off. Do you remember years ago, it was a Champions League game. It was, I think, Champions League quarter or semi-final. It was Milan versus, it was Milan derby. I'm sure Dida, someone threw a flare on the pitch and hit him.
Yeah, I remember that.
That got a ban. That got stopped for about 20 minutes. It was absolutely wild. That's why you can see why they don't want people having pyro. I know it looks great, but that's why they don't want it, because unfortunately there is always a nugget who'll just think I'll throw it on the pitch.
Well, I brought my little lad to Dundalk against, I can't remember whether it was Lech Poznan or it was a Polish side in a Champions League qualifier in the Aviva Stadium, and it was just so that I could say he was at a Champions League game and whatever.
Yeah.
So I bought him a flag and all that because we'd be far from Dundalk fans. But I said, look, I'll bring him just for the experience. And as we were going in, I bought him a flag, which is essentially just like a checker flag from racing, because it's black and white Dundalk. And we're going in, had a little bamboo stick on it, and they took it off us. And I was like, jeez, it's a child looking to wave a flag or whatever. And they were taking everything, taking umbrellas off people, taking everything. Went in, had him standing up on the seats. The Champions League music starts up. Next of all of these flares and big long flags, like you would see on the Cop, come out down the Lech Poznan. And I'm like, how did they take a small bit of bamboo off a 10-year-old child, but allow all these lads in with their pyros and their big massive flags?
Good tackle then.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. I was at the last women's game before, unfortunately, the Leicester game got snowed off. And they kept putting it on like, please be aware, it's illegal to bring, pyrotechnics and flares into the ground. I was thinking, like, I've never yet been to a women's game where someone's brought a smoke bomb or a flare. Also, to be honest, the crowds aren't as big. So actually, it's probably easy to search the bag. But then again, actually, during the search the bag, you open your bag, they go, what's in it? You go, oh, it's just got crisps and a cuddly toy for my daughter. Oh, right, okay, you shut the bag. You could have all sorts in there, really, So I just don't think culturally it's a thing that you see in the women's game, to be honest. No. It's very much a men's game thing where they all bring the power and all that, but it looks good, but if you get caught with it, it's just not worth getting a ban from your footy for it, is it?
When they were selling them in the streets, on Matthew Street for the Champions League last year, they were just going off everywhere. The smell stays in your nose for hours. The red smoke.
Not good though if you're asthmatic though, because they can have real bad effects. I'll be honest, I could be made to look very stupid. Won't be the first time. 32 minutes to go, and I've got to be honest, France haven't done anything.
No,
I think he needs to make more changes. They actually need a Giroud. They need a target man.
Oh, here we go.
Got it. Oh, good save. Good save by Lloris. Good player, Alvarez. He's just lively, isn't he?
Yeah.
Great movement. Upamecano's like running in treacle there, trying to get close to him.
I think Varane could have probably done a little bit better as well to stop that through ball.
I'll be honest, Argentina, it looks more like Argentina getting a third than France getting one.
Yeah. So who do they bring on? Who do France bring on?
I don't know. Let's see who's on their bench. Well, there's no point bringing Canati on now because they need goals. They don't need a defensive unit as much as I think not starting was a mistake. There's no point bringing them on now. So you've got Pavard if you want to change it up. Alexi Desi, I don't even know who he is. Camavinga or Fofana if you want to just freshen up the midfield. Guendouzi, Kingsley Coman, probably the real attacking option, I would say. So
surprised didn't see him in the last game.
A little bit, yeah.
He went with Thuram and the other guy that scored.
Maui, is it?
Morel or something.
Took his goal well as well. This is literally like 20 seconds after he came on, he scored, which is not bad, is it? Matt saying, bring on Stephen Colcanati. Just stick him up front, actually, yeah. I mean, he couldn't do any worse.
Muani, yeah.
Muani, yeah.
He's already on.
Oh,
here we go.
Let's see. Oh.
What's happened to France?
I think there's a little bit of pressure's got to him, and I think they're shell shocked by the early. I think the early goals shell shocked them a little bit. Yeah, Matt's right. Kolo Muani has been bright since he's come on, but maybe I don't know. Maybe France should have gone a bit more of a 4-4-2-ish and just done him and Giroud up front, and just have Mbappe and Thuram wide. Kind of match Argentina up formation wise. Argentina at times the 4-3-3, but they are falling into a 4-4-2 at times defensively. Oh, get away with it. It's your own player that killed you. Tchouameni just decked Veranda. Yeah, Kev's clearly right. Argentina nullifying Griezmann, and that's the game. It is. Because Griezmann's been the most important player for them. I think if they do teams of the tournament, he's definitely up in there, and he probably would be up there for one of the players of the tournament. I mean, Messi will, assuming it stays there, Messi will get player of the tournament because the victor normally does. But Griezmann was definitely in there to be player of the tournament. I think he's been excellent for them.
I think Alex Scott released her team of the tournament so far, and I think it was probably was it Carragher? I'm not sure. It was Carragher had Maguire in his team of the tournaments. No Bellingham.
If you're going to pick one of the England centre backs, it would be Stones.
Probably Stones over Maguire. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is Maguire had a decent tournament.
Oh yeah, he wasn't bad. Yeah.
Stones was just better. The only England players I think could ever get close to a team of the tournament is Bellingham and Stones. Don't forget anybody else did enough for me to get close to it. Oh. There we go. McAllister's got the ball here. On to Messi. Oh, he's in. McAllister.
Oh,
is that a penalty?
Very similar to the.
That looks more of a penalty than the one that was given.
Yeah, against England, wasn't it?
Well, I think the one they got today. Griezmann down.
I wonder when you go back and look at it.
Let's have a look. Yeah, okay, we've seen this. Show us the. It's a great pass though. Cut inside, great run.
They're not showing a very good angle of it.
No, which makes me think there's a reason why, but also it's controlled by. I think looks like De might be going off for Acuna, and he says pen and a goal. Yeah, not bad for someone. I said it shouldn't even be in the starting 11. Oh well. I hope I could do these wrong calls during the Liverpool games. What do you reckon, Emmett? Just keep saying Salah. Just keep saying I'll keep saying Salah's shit and jinx me to a hat trick. You know.
They're still not showing the contact.
No, but just show. Apparently I've heard them saying that a few times. They've got no control of it. It's controlled by obviously local broadcaster, so they can't actually say, let's have a look at that foul again, or let's have a look at this again. So I'm glad that Kuna's coming on though, because he's done well for Argentina. You know, I forgot he missed the semi-final because he was suspended. But doing get a nice round of applause of his teammates. But fair play to him. He's got the opening penalty and got a goal.
This game is very, very similar to the Dutch game.
Yeah.
Dutch didn't look like doing anything up until around about the 75th, 80th minute.
Does that mean we're going to see you and me getting excited when there's a punch up in a minute? Who's going to do the Virgil bodying though?
They'll need to bring Paredes on first.
Canate perhaps Canate come off the bench just to body someone and walk back up. I can't believe that wasn't made more of a gift though.
Yeah,
because it was the funniest. It was brilliant. I love that clip of you, mate.
That was handball.
That clip of you, me and Kev, still the funniest one.
That was handball there.
I think it is handball.
France needs something. They need it quick.
Anyways, I'm glad. I'll say, but it's good to see Acuna for players who've played quite a lot in the tournament. Nothing worse than missing out on the final.
Oh, come on, I'd like to see a French goal. And as much as I'd still like Argentina to win.
Ooh, good cross. There is part of me wanting the French to get humiliated, which would be quite funny. That's not the best clearance, I'll be honest. You're going to clear it down the line, don't clear it into the middle. Fair play to Alvarez. He's absolutely ran his socks off, hasn't he? I mean, he's got all Messi running for him, which is, I think, to just accept that's part of the game now, isn't it? But
yeah.
I wonder if they might freshen up something in the midfield, Argentina.
Yeah, you might see a Paredes or somebody like that come on.
Yeah, Paredes maybe for Fernandez, only because he's on the yellow. Apparently, Kingsley Coman's coming on.
Oh,
that's one of my favourites. Is that one of my favourite side clearances? Oh, it's Otamendi, of course it is.
They have kind of upped it a small bit now, France, in the last 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, well, they've got less than 20 minutes to save the title.
Oh.
That's not a good edit, though, is it?
No.
Again, as Martinez has nothing to do yet.
Very dangerous with McAllister leading in with his arm there. That comes off his hand. It's a penalty. Here's Camavinga and Coleman now.
Okay, so it'll be interesting who he takes off. You see who he takes off, actually.
They're saying that they had been using Coleman as a makeshift left back. Be interesting to see where he comes on, because you've got Muani on one side and Thuram on the other. Coleman's more of a winger, isn't he?
No, but it might make sense just to bring on maybe use Coleman as a makeshift right back, because he's probably better going forward than Kunde. Because actually, to be fair, Theo Hernandez is actually really good going forward. So yeah, Red Steve saying France keep on firing crosses in from the left as if Giroud's still on the pitch. That's what I mean. They're playing the right tactic, but they've took the wrong player off. I've never seen Mbappe so quiet in a game, though. Cross comes in. Easy clearance, that. Let's give it away. I think even Upamecano keeps giving it away at the moment.
Oh.
Ping pong there. DePaul does well, though.
Yeah,
well done, really well. Excellent.
Held the ball between his legs. That should have been a free to France.
Yeah, trying to see if he can win the foul and then keeps it going.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. You do wonder why is he not playing more. Well, according to this, it's Theo Hernandez and Griezmann going off. That's a big, big plus for Argentina. They've actually forced Griezmann off the pitch.
I maybe would have taken Rabiot off.
Yeah, he's walking disaster, isn't he? Also, he's on the yellow card.
And he's on a yellow, yeah.
Yeah, he's not renowned for his calm thinking, is he? But you've got to say, fair play to Argentina. Two of the key players for France, which is Giroud and Griezmann, both now not on the pitch because they've seen it. Oh, first shot. Well done, Mbappe. First shot for France. Wild. Bit wild, that, wasn't it? Little surprise he's taking Theo Hernandez off, actually. I thought he might have took Kunde off, but maybe like you said, maybe they're gonna play Coman as a fullback. I mean, Camavinga's not a bad player to bring on. To be fair, he's
excellent.
Most of the Real Madrid centre mids on now.
See, The only thing about you look at France's squad and you think, geez, it's deep, but not in terms of attacking options, really, is it?
I mean, look, Giroud's 30. Is he 38?
Is he that old?
I think he's 38.
I didn't think he was that old.
Who's your next number 9? Like that type of number 9 coming through?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Also, that type of number 9, there aren't
36.
many of them. 36 old. Yeah. Only 2 years out.
Yeah.
Because you see it with Liverpool and City now going for a more traditional number 9 because there aren't as many of them these days, which in some ways it helps because it causes teams problems because they're not used to defending against it. Everyone's used to the more nippy wingers like we've had. Shot from distance. That's poor.
Yeah, he needed more power on that. Needs to set it out further as well.
Matt's saying the man at Palace, who I like, Mateta, is probably heir to this. Again, would you not put Mateta on the bet? Called up Mateta for the French squad for Benzema. If Giroud doesn't work out, or we need another more dominant number 9 figure, throw him because actually Mateta is really good for Palace.
Well, you're seeing it here. They could do with an option.
Yeah.
Other than Coleman coming on as a left wing back, or do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, we've been joking stick Canati up front, but at the moment you're sort of going, it's probably not the worst idea at the moment. I can't see the French doing it, but how many subs that now for France?
Like 4? We've said the similarities in the Dutch game and this.
Yeah, kept saying
the Dutch brought on
Weghorst.
These have nobody to bring on.
Yeah, I mean, Kev's pointed out, they have got Nkuku to in their squad. Just unfortunately, he's injured at the moment.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, Red Steve, you're right. They didn't replace Benzema with anyone, which is I still find it weird. And as Matt says, Nkuku will be pickled at Chelsea by the time the next World Cup comes. Yeah, Chelsea don't have the best record with foot. It's mad, isn't it, with Chelsea? A lot of forwards seem to fail there, but they're all good players. They're not like they're they sign absolute stock as a shite. They're all really good players.
Kesman,
Werner, Lukaku. They're all really good strikers. You're not looking at it and going, "Oh, these are absolute garbage what they bought." I mean, obviously there are exceptions. Diego Costa, Drogba were both brilliant for Chelsea. Well, just over 15 to go, and this feels like, if you're Argentina, as it stands, probably one of the easiest games they've had of a tournament.
It's just a procession to the 90 minutes now, isn't it, really?
Yeah. Yeah, Matt's right. They look totally bereft of attackers. Yeah, Thor points out, Torres didn't work out at Chelsea. But when you looked at every time he signed one, you went, yeah, but he's a good player, or he'll do well, or he's built for Chelsea. And just mad, loads of them don't work out. But they're really good with defenders and centre mids. Used to be us with left backs for years, didn't it? Before Robin, we could have had a left back who was any good. Oh, go on, Alvarez. Oh, he's in here. Oh, McCarroll's running treacle there.
Yeah, he's more interested in stopping the player than getting the ball.
Yeah, I think so. He got away with that a little bit, to be honest. It's been quite an enjoyable game, though. Because some World Cup fans are
oh my God. That sums it up.
As I say, that's a horrendous mess. But some World Cup fans are absolute dross. This has actually been a fairly entertaining one. Yeah, Red Steve says Shevchenko, but then again, we did break him in 2005. Yeah, I do think that penalty miss certainly affected him.
There's going to need to be questions around the French performance, isn't there? Like they've just.
I've got the Sky Sports app here. So in a minute, DePaul's going to get fouled. It says DePaul wins his 4,306 foul of the game. Camavinga has now had a nibble at him. Even Sky Sports have given up going, this is ridiculous. DePaul's been excellent. Who would you give man the match to so far? DePaul's been excellent, I think, for Argentina. You've probably got to give it to Di Maria, to be fair, aren't you? Goal and the assist, isn't it?
Yeah. They'll give it to Messi.
They probably give it to Messi because of ways.
I thought DePaul has been good, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's been their best player. But to be fair, I know I was criticising him earlier, but Di Maria, goal and assist, basically. What more can you ask? It's a stupid foul as well, to be honest. I know, Matt, you're saying Di Maria's man match goes to Messi. We know that, but if we're being honest, listen, he's got his moments. He's got his first goal in an international final for Argentina. Looks like he's going to get the World Cup that he's always wanted. So, quits him. I think he also said this is the first World Cup where both teams have got to the final and they've lost a game on the way. Apparently, it's never happened before. So there you go, Matt. That's one for your quiz. Because don't worry, I'll forget that stat in 2 minutes' time. So you can use that in your quiz later.
Yeah, you're right as well, Matt. He'll get player of the tournament. And is he he's top scorer now as well, is he? On 6, is he? Funny enough, from Gav's quiz, the most popular top goal scorer, total 6 at World Cups.
Yeah. Well, they said now, Argentina have now scored 13 goals in this tournament, and Messi and Alvarez have either scored or assisted 12 of them.
Jeez.
So...
Here's Kev.
Oh, brilliant. It's coming for the procession at the end, isn't it? You can let him in.
All right, lads.
Yeah. All right. Oh,
yeah.
You got your mobile by your phone. Mini phone.
Yeah. That only took about an hour and a quarter to flame and sort itself out.
God.
Laptop decided to just
do an
freeze. Update. Yeah, it was like absolute no choice whatsoever in doing it. And it was just like, yeah. Typical great timing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, we'll see. So, he's in here.
He's in.
Oh, it's a penalty.
Penalty to France.
Stonewall pulled him back. And he was heading in on goal as well. So
here we go. Kev comes in and reignites Argentina against Dutch vibes.
Otamendi has just done. Otamendi's just done what Upamecano was trying to do to Alvarez, but at least did it outside of the area. That's a dickhead.
Can't put your hand. You're giving him an option to go down there.
It's a clip. He clipped his ankle. To be fair, he's the one who's looked really lively for France.
You're 2-0 up. The other team are desperate, and you're dragging out from it.
No, it wasn't Thuram. It was
no, it's Muani.
Muani. I think he's looked good, actually.
Do you know what? He's been impressive last two times off the bench, isn't he?
What club's he at, Kev? Come on, Kev.
I have no clue. And I'm not daring to move my screen just to find out. So if someone else wants to do it.
I'll tell you. Don't worry. I'll tell you.
Is it Mbappe to take it?
Frankfurt.
Yeah, Red Steve. Apparently, double jeopardy comes into play. So,
as long as they think you're making an attempt for the ball, they'll never send you off, won't they?
Yeah. As long as
Mbappe.
he
nearly got it as well.
2-1.
Oh, how close is Martinez to that? Yeah, Steve, they've got rid of the double jeopardy rule, so you can never get sent off now for being last man unless it's they don't think you're making an attempt for the ball. Basically, you have to do something ridiculously stupid.
He's got a hand to it.
He got a hand to that. He's so good at penalties, isn't he?
He'll be rightly disappointed with that. Yeah. That's a good hand. Yeah, you'd expect him to do something there.
Oh my God! Something's happening.
I think something's happening again. This feels like the Holland game all over again.
Something's happening again.
The chat cheats. Look, the chat cheats. It's all it
does. Unless they're winding us up.
Which I wouldn't put it past them because they're a right shower of shaggers, a lot of them.
You were the worst one of the chat.
I know, I'm a terrible person. Don't ever take anything I say on the chat as face value, I promise you that.
Oh, if this is 2-2, this is like the Holland game all over again.
Right.
But this is typical France. They've done nothing all game.
Yeah. Upamecano with a big hoof ball at the top. Looking for Thuram. Camavinga. Messi comes to clean it up. And he's
So I think
scanning
that's Mbappe on 6 as well, is it not?
Mods, don't you dare touch any of Matt's comments whatsoever, because that's there for prosperity and my screenshots later.
Coleman's got it. Mbappe. Oh, what a goal!
Oh!
What a goal!
Oh my God!
Wow, that's how you announce yourself. Wow, what a strike! Jesus.
Well, what a strike!
Now this could absolutely cripple Argentina. This because for 75 minutes it's been comfortable as anything. And it's how do you get yourself back up the gears again?
Now it comes back to, like I said earlier on, they've been pressing the life out of France.
Messi's just smiling his head off. The one thing you'll say, Argentina do have options.
They do.
France have literally thrown the kitchen sink at this.
Yeah.
So
what if my Dybala shout's going to come out then? So would this be the sort of game where
it's a lovely ball in to find him again from Thuram, isn't it?
Oh, what a hit.
That's a serious goal. World Cup final. That is a serious goal.
Coleman
we have Desmond. Desmond is at the scene.
Oh, both of them he's got a hand to as well, hasn't he, Martinez? I mean, the power in it, though. Jesus wept.
He should still be saving that. He really should. I mean, if that was Alisson, you'd be livid. He'd get a good hand. He'd get that good a hand on it.
I was thinking again with the assist, Moani again.
Good shout there, Red Steve. Messi getting Anfield vibes.
Well, when he plays against Wolves in the FA Cup, he'd be made up with this. Very typical Messi that as well, isn't he? Does nothing for 80 minutes and bangs 2. Game on now, though.
Yeah. And Argentina were doing their best to take every second out of the game for the entirety of this half.
And this is where it's really hard when you've been playing at almost like second gear, almost like coasting the game, which is it was the right way to play because that's what they needed to do.
But now you've got to pick yourself back up again.
And we've seen a few times it's really hard to go up the games. Thought any subs available for France?
I think France still have one change.
They've done 4 things. Let me just double check.
I'll tell you now.
And they'll get an extra one back.
1, 2, 3, 4.
If it goes to extra time.
So they've got one more they can throw on. Argentina have only brought on Acuna. I think that's they've only brought one Acuna for Di Maria. So this could be a moment where maybe you take off Tagliafico, put Acuna back at fullback, and then put on your Dybala or someone of that ilk. Lautaro Martinez, your favourite players, Kev.
Yeah, but Virgil's not playing, so I mean, France bring Ibu on, and then he'll just start running for the corner again. It's just in his nature, it's in his DNA.
Yeah.
Is France looking on the counter?
I know we should say that, but it's a cracking volley, though, isn't it?
It's a great.
Oh,
that's good defending by Tagliafico. He just does enough. He just nudges him.
It's Thuram. Yeah, just does enough to put him off there.
Yeah, just edges him away.
Reference saying Argentina needed the third. I think you said that at half time, Chris. Hey, it's the first time ever I probably write about something. As Kev will tell you with my football shouts.
Well, he was due. I mean, it's 2022 for God's sake.
Yeah.
He's been trying for a while.
Well, also, Kev, I've kept up our tradition though of telling you someone's shite, and we said Di Maria should be starting. He's been rubbish all tournament.
I started that one.
Yeah, Golan wins the penalty.
Who was it that said Mbappe was anonymous?
Me. He's been anonymous. Hey!
2 for 2, Chris.
I know.
Yeah, I thought absolutely.
I know it's been spotted about France. They get dominated all the time. He said, but then he shoot up with 2 goals.
Yeah, look, I mean, to be fair, England were the better side against France. England should have beaten them.
France
just weren't brave enough on the day.
Yeah. Matt saying 4-3 is still on. Oh yeah, I said that at the start.
Absolutely, it is.
I can't see it.
I think it was Archie. Was it Archie or Avo said 3-2 to Argentina?
Ooh! Looks like we could have a decision incoming.
Hopefully, it's a penalty to Argentina. Red Steve, the stop clock is right twice a day. Thanks, Steve.
Kunde, that's a foul.
Stupid foul.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, this kid's value, wherever he ends up.
What, Otamendi?
No. Moani. Wherever Moani ends up.
I like him.
Yeah, he just needs... The thing is with Liverpool being linked to players like that, and just from the player's point of view,
he needs more.
He needs to go somewhere where he's going to play.
He has got a bit of the Darwin agent of chaos about him, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Whenever he comes, he just
play. That's the problem.
Causes bedlam.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, he's gone down there.
I'll tell you what.
Oh, rest booked
it's
it
not
for a dive.
No.
Rest booked it for a dive.
That's a red card. If he's booked him, isn't he? Was that Rabiot or Thuram?
No, Thuram.
No, it was Thuram.
All right, let's have a look at this again because I don't believe that's a dive.
And they showed his dad as well.
I'll tell you, that's a pen. Let's have a look.
He makes it.
Oh, great call, ref.
That's a great shout. Great
shout.
He did
that's an Ashley Young.
Robert Perez. Robert Perez at his finest, that one.
Yeah. Just left his foot there to tangle. Luis Suarez made a career out of those pens.
He did. I love how as soon as it was booked, they said no penalty, yellow card. They got straight to his dad.
I forgot to say, for France's 2 goals, they went straight to what's his face, the Macron.
Yeah,
we got a clash of heads there. If you guys were awarding man of the match now, who would you go for?
Well, I said up until what is that 2-0? I'd give it to it's either Di Maria or DePaul.
DePaul, yeah.
I think Di Maria should get it probably because he's got a goal and assist. This is what it was 2-0.
It'd be Mbappe now, won't it?
It'd be Mbappe now. It'd be Messi. It'd be whoever gets the winner now.
I think that's where you are. I mean,
but I think DePaul's been excellent for Argentina.
Goal. Given the pressure and the stakes and the fact that he had time, he could have taken a touch. Yeah, Matt, that's a great show. This ref has been very good today.
Yes, to us, the best thing about the referee is I forgot he was there. And I think that's what you should have with a ref, which is you don't see them, but then the big calls, you go, oh, yeah, that's right. It's like we all said, it. As soon as we've seen that dive, then at least we all went 7-7 for Mbappe. Not bad, that, is it?
Redmen FC there, that's an interesting shout. It could be. It depends.
They'll have to declare. You have to declare it, don't you? You
have to declare it, but if you do that, Argentina get an extra sub as well. So, yeah you probably would if you could. And I think
man the match is Kev. Red Steve, man the match is Kev for just showing up.
You're good.
Archie said Moani for man the match. I mean, to be fair, he was the most lively French player until the.
That's probably the worst place you can get a bang in the back of the head.
Yeah, you can't.
The soft spot.
Yeah, you can't protect it. It's like
the only other part I think is worse is your temple, isn't it?
But the actual ball caught him on the nose as well when he was heading. It didn't catch him in the forehead.
On him, like.
Well, at least it's been a good final, Kev.
Yeah, it's been a proper final list now. And it's one thing that you don't normally get in World Cup finals.
No, semi-finals are normally brilliant. Yeah. And finals are normally shite. So, 8 minutes at a time. 8 minutes at a time.
Coleman has been good since coming on as well. He is a live wire.
Yeah, a fullback, yeah. The only thing that surprised me, Kev, I don't think you hadn't jumped on then, was I was surprised it was Theo Hernandez that got took off. I thought they might have took Koundé off and put Coleman as a right back. Because I always think Theo Hernandez, attacking-wise, is actually fine.
But I suppose the one thing with Theo Hernandez, he's left-footed and he'll always go on the outside. And like you guys were saying beforehand, you've taken Giroud off, so you can't go aerially. At least if you've got Coleman on that side, he can cut back onto his strong foot.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like soft side.
I would say 46-80 was a bit shit. That was our best content, that, Matt. You back off. Me and Emma were throwing out fireballs then, weren't we, mate? I think we were talking about another show. That's how excited we were.
It was.
We were talking about Gav's history show.
That was really good. If anyone hasn't caught it,
I enjoy stuff like that.
Yeah, I think he's put it on Spotify. and it's well worth a listen.
But me and Emmett were saying the good thing about those sort of memories is it could be the same incident, but if you ask us three, we all have a different memory of it, where you were, or how much or how little it impacted you.
It's a nice ball in by Acuna, just ran out of legs.
Oh,
7 minutes to go.
Wonder what he's thinking now. The Archie, he's quite an inexperienced.
That was him, really. Thor. Yeah, our friend from the World Club Cup final did the playoff game yesterday, so I'm not surprised it was a shocker.
He was shite in that game.
Yeah, he was absolutely atrocious.
Oh, the stuff he think he get away with. He used to play for Bayern. He used to play for Bayern. He got with murder on Manny.
Yeah, that's
a stupid tackle.
He's been busy as well.
He's a unit, isn't he, Thuram?
Yeah, I mean, for a winger, he's a good 6'2", 6'3". Very along the lines of a Cody Gakpo type winger. More like a modern winger, really, where you can cross from one side to the other. I mean, he is a striker, but he's been converted almost to play as a wide forward.
Mbappe to take. Whips it in. That's cleared.
Has to go long. He's just got to hoof it there. Has to.
Looks like it might be in for about half an hour here, lads.
I wouldn't say. I'd never say never. I think any goal now would be next to impossible to recover from it.
Definitely. Come on, Dybala. Get the winner for me. For once I can be right. Camavinga again. Good tackle.
Camavinga. Mbappe. Nice run. Oof. Deflection. Corner.
Good defender, Romero, isn't he?
Yeah.
We're saying, like, the only thing that lets him down for Spurs is just his fitness. Because everything else about his game's really good.
I'll tell you another thing. Leo Messi has been absolutely anonymous in this half.
Yeah.
Like I've been saying all the way through, myself and a couple of mates are having to and fro's on Messi, Maradona, and one of the lads just thrown it in there and goes, Maradona would have seen this out.
The thing is,
that's a foul. Play on. Oh, save. No, come on, you can't have the free kick. You should have the advantage.
Oh.
Yeah, definite foul. It'd be interesting to see if it's a player who's already been booked, though.
It is. Enzo Fernandez. No. And he's been booked.
There you go. Yeah, it's not a pass back.
They look ragged here, Argentina, don't we?
Yeah, but you got to look at the other side of it. Is our France going to overcommit? What's he coming over here for now?
Oh, he's booking someone.
He's booking Deschamps, I think.
Oh, is he booking? Oh, Giroud.
Giroud.
Shut up, you shit. You've already got taken off. See you later.
I'd love that now. If he got sent off, could he come out and collect the trophy at the end of it?
I think it's at discretion, isn't it? If you get sent off, it's at the UEFA's discretion. So they can't just turn around and say, no, mate, you're not coming on. That's it.
Joe, ever since Camavinga's come on at left back, he's been good.
Yeah,
oh, what a ball!
Oh, good defending. Oh, fucking hell, get rid of it. What another half an hour of this?
3 minutes to go.
Oh, can you imagine Argentina scored last kick of the game?
And the thing is, Argentina, like you're saying there, Argentina have run out of gas. Argentina, Scaloni has options on the bench.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. You're surely gonna see
have to do it.
Paredes and
is Acuna,
Martinez, come on.
Oh, the overlap, Tagliafico. Cleared up by Rabiot. Oh, well won back by who's that? It's Tagliafico.
That's Rabiot.
He's great, that Rabiot.
Yeah, no, Rabiot's gone down.
I've always liked that Rabiot.
I'm glad he kept him on.
I'm glad he kept him on. Yeah, his Ma's great as well. She's a great laugh. Just don't upset her, because that's where all the problems start.
I think she's given up on our young fella taking penalties.
If you saw Liverpool's penalty shootout against AC Milan, I'll give you some of our fellas taking penalties as well.
So Kuna onto
Alvarez.
You don't
Messi!
Messi!
Oh, what a save! Good save.
It was straight down Lloris's throat. Fairness,
that
you
would have
saw
been
him cutting onto his left foot. Is like
an Aaron Ramsdale special there.
In fairness, do you know what? If it was anyone else, I'd say he wasn't looking for it, but I reckon he was looking for the deflection.
Yeah,
because the natural angle was to put that across into the corner, but Tchouameni was blocking off the corner.
Yeah, that would have been a great way to win it, wouldn't it?
Corner into the last minute of injury time. Let him. You have to let him go there.
Oh,
that's shocking.
Book him later.
That is absolutely shocking from the
I mean, if you're Argentina, you're giving Akira a hug for that. That's what you do, isn't it? Just make sure.
That's what you do 100%.
But let him have the he had the advantage.
They were 2v2. Oh man, that was nuts.
After saying this ref's been really good, that's a bad decision.
That was
that.
brilliant, 80s but that throwback. Was a poor decision.
Yeah.
It's Kingsley Coman.
Was Rabiot down during injury time or before?
Before
injury time.
Just before injury time, I think. Yeah.
It's over the top. Alvarez, he's got no legs. His legs are gone. Kunde's got to stand him up here and just hold him up.
Great ball.
Messi, that was a high foot. You're not going to get that against Messi.
No. That's it. Full time.
And that's it. Full time.
We've got over half an hour of this.
All right, bud.
I reckon. Yeah, the ref is definitely on bonus payments here.
Yeah.
Time and a half for extra time, isn't it?
Yeah. Emmett's got a pitch invader.
Yeah. So I said to him, "You're going to watch the World Cup final?" And he goes, "Nah." And I said, "Why not?" He goes, "I don't have France or Argentina." He had Morocco and Cameroon in his sweeps from school. There's no interest if he can't win a few.
He got a really good run for his money, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
because you naturally said, Morocco, I'm not going to get very far with
that. My youngest came home and she said, "I got Denmark. Are they any good?" Yeah, they're all right. They should come out of their group. They're not too bad. They're all right. Like.
To be fair, we all thought that. And they were
what did I get called?
Yeah, my daughter got in her school one Portugal, so she was livid when she found she was, so why? Because you got to know, because I was made up that they got knocked out. Get ball, no way France don't win this now. We don't know, because if anything,
it depends on the subs Argentina make, doesn't it? He's got to make some changes here.
Plus the break came at the right time, I would say. So
yeah. The thing is, I could see Argentina reverting to a back five. Get Tagliafico to tuck in and play as a third centre back. Yeah, just switch it to a back five and maybe go that way, because France, they have two changes left, but I don't know who's actually there
for France.
Yeah, who's left off the bench
now? Mandanda. They're keepers. Sorry, Pavard, Disiasi, Saliba, Kanate, Guendouzi, Fofana, and Vertout. They've actually all midfielders and defenders left.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Whereas Argentina have the pick of the litter. They've got Foyt, Montiel, Pizzella, Martinez, Paredes, Palacios, Almada, Rodriguez, Dybala, Correa, Gomez, and Martinez. The other Martinez, Lautaro.
Yeah. I suppose it depends on what kind of shape they want to go for. If they're going to go with a back five, do they stock up the midfield and just? I mean, look. The truth is, they should be taking Messi off.
They won't though.
No, they won't, but they should. They really should. He's done nothing. And he's not going to track anyone.
No, but I suppose that's what they've got to adapt. Put legs around him, don't they?
It was him that lost the ball for the goal as well.
Yeah. I could see Alvarez getting taken off because I think he's ran himself to a standstill.
Yeah. But you need someone who can run in behind. And there's the one thing you look at the French centre-backs, they're quick enough. Varane and Upamecano are quick enough. And Jules Koundé is quick.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. Paredes is going to be like he'd be your security blanket if they got a goal. That's a fair point, Matt. Well, Messi had a good 20 minutes in the first half, and he had a shot at the end. But if you can tell me what he did in between, Milan, I'd love to hear it. Because he's been completely anonymous in that second half when Argentina needed a captain and needed someone to grab the game by the scruff of the neck and take the pressure off of him. He'd done absolutely nothing, which is what he does. He drifts in and out of games and he has moments. But Mbappe is no different. Mbappe done absolutely nothing until they got the one goal. And then he comes alive. That's just the truth with both of them. Right. So you give them time and space on the ball, they're exceptional.
So Montiel has come on for Argentina.
That's fullback, isn't he?
Yeah.
All right, Kev, just remember you guys, we haven't kicked off yet.
Yeah, I think you guys are a couple of seconds, 2 seconds or so ahead of me.
I'm just going to quickly get a drink. I'll be 1 sec.
I've just kicked off now.
And I've just kicked off now. The Irish commentator is saying, apologies if you're from Argentina or France, he says, but I'm just delighted with extra time.
Me too, because only because the last 10, 15 minutes they've proper livened up then.
When was the last World Cup to go to extra time? Was it 2010? Holland and Spain?
Yeah, I think so. That was a dire game, that as well. It's absolute dire.
De Jong folding Alonso in half with a karate kick.
And how Webb going, think it's a yellow.
Dublin was mental that night. I actually watched that in the Aviva Stadium. It had only just opened back up and we thought that they were wheeling in a load of big screens and all, but they literally showed it on the screens that are there. We left at half-time.
Yeah. But that's what it fell to, the stupidity of, can't send him off white because you don't want to spoil the spectacle. Like, no, if it's a red card, just send him off. It's not,
right.
him not sending him off actually spoiled the whole game, to be honest.
Well, we saw this with Argentina against Holland. They literally fell apart, got to extra time, and then grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck and took control again.
Nice play out wide here. Kuna. Cross. Good
It's a
clearance.
good cross.
That's a terrible shot.
It's way wide. But
that's absolutely horrendous, that shot.
This is literally just going to be about who wants it more now. You know, who wants it more. I'll tell you one thing, that Acuna is so strong. He's an absolute monster of a player, really. If you were playing like with orthodox fullbacks, he'd be perfect.
He reminds me of that guy. Who did he play for? I think he might have been Chilean. As a Gary Medel.
Gary Medel, yeah. Gary Medel, yeah.
He was an absolute tank as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an animal though, wasn't he?
Remember, he was at Swansea, wasn't he?
Cardiff. He played centre back at Cardiff.
Yeah, it was Cardiff. Yeah.
He played in DM. They played in centre back for a bit, but he looked about 5'5". You think I'm not sure he's a centre back.
But he was in that Chile side that played. They played a back three. They were one of the first sides really that went to the back three and perfected it. The Alexis Sanchez as well was in that side. They had a really good run for about 7 or 8 years.
I assume he wasn't in the back three.
He was unreal for them. He almost, I think he played as he played 3-4-3, and he played left forward.
Looks like your mate's
an inside left forward.
Fofana gonna come on, yeah.
Yeah, for Rabiot. Oh, Kev's gutted. He's got a Rabiot shirt underneath that jumper. He's just not selling it.
Such a popular Chilean name as well, isn't it? Gary.
Gary.
Gary Medel.
I must admit, you know, when I first said that McAllister, I was like, "Oh right, yeah, McAllister, fair enough." Where's he from? Argentina.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
I was like, doesn't sound a very Argentinian surname. I'll be honest.
I think there's 2 of them. I think there's him and his brother. I'm nearly sure that there is 2 of them.
Probably his mum and dad as well.
Footballers, you dope.
This is why Kev doesn't do watch-alongs with me anymore. He's had enough of them. He's had 3 weeks of this. He's going, I've had enough of this shit now. Hey, Kev, we got our first post-match on Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
McAllister was born in La Pampa. His older brothers, Francis and Kevin, are also professional footballers.
Yeah, 3 of them, yeah. Yeah, Camavinga is playing left back. Well, he finished the game playing left back. What he's playing now, I don't know.
So if he's left, okay, he's left back. Interesting.
Yeah, they're still playing in the back 4, France. So
they did offer Thursday switch to a back 3, but I don't think they have they?
No. Well, there's Camavinga now. He was tucked inside, so I wonder if he's come into midfield.
So McAllister has a brother called Kevin McAllister, but it's not the lad from Home Alone, though.
I swear to God, you just want to ask their parents, what's your favorite film?
So Francis and Kevin, and they thought, you know what, we better name the third lad something that sounds a bit Argentinian. Alexis.
Yeah. I've got a thing as someone brought us up, said, do you actually get older and you watch like Home Alone? And you think like, what job did Kevin's dad have? Because he had that massive house with all those Christmas lights, and he could afford to send the whole family from America to France first class. It was like 15 of them. What was his bloody job?
He was a mobster. 100%. He was a mobster. He was a taxman for the mob. I swear to God. Ooh, that's gonna leave a mark. He left that one on him. You don't mind that though.
I love a dirty footballer. Well, except when they play against Liverpool.
Apparently, Man City won 2-0 yesterday. Haaland and De Bruyne both scored. But to be fair, apart from Palmer, those were and Ortega and goal. They were the only 4 players I recognised.
Apparently, Arsenal got beat 2-0 by Juventus. Xhaka and Rob Holding both scored for Juventus. Quite impressive. Have you seen anything about Rob Holding?
No.
As a fish scorer, I don't know if it's real or not. But obviously, he was thinning on top.
Yeah, he has long hair now.
Yeah, he's got massive hair now. I was going like, where's this come from? He looks like a different bloke.
Darren knows the score here. Whenever anyone with an Irish sounding name does something good on the world stage, we'll find a way to claim him. 100%.
Don't blame me.
We managed to claim Barack Obama, for God's sake. That's true. Barack Obama. One of us, like. He's one of the Obamas from Turles.
Yeah. But Kev, just Google it. Rob Holding hair. It's like he looks like a different bloke.
I'll have a look in a bit.
Yeah. Don't do it on your laptop though.
No, I'm not allowed with my phone anymore. Chris said I'm not allowed to play with my phone anymore.
It's only because you came on, but just vibrate around my ears. It's like, oh my God, Kev's landed.
This is scruffy, isn't it? It's like you're always saying that. Look, both sides know one goal is it. France have reverted. It looks like 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, I think that's the change you see now is probably Paredes for DePaul.
I'm a little surprised. Is Enzo
that'd be
Fernandez
more just legs than anything.
Yeah, 100%.
Is Mbappe. Oh, lovely step. Second man presses on. And he's... Oh, nearly. Well played. Stay on it. Don't foul him.
Oh, it's a stupid foul. Ref.
Well done, referee.
It's a stupid foul. Yeah. Daft yellow to give away that.
Good lad for
silly.
If Kevin Ball, if you're still in the chat, is that the Fofana you were talking about, Kevin?
I think it is the one. Yeah,
because Kevin was mad to sign Yusuf Fofana before the World Cup. Really, I think he picked him out as definitely one to watch.
I'm a little surprised now they haven't brought on at least like Lautaro Martinez or something.
I'm just saying Red Steve's comment there. He said he's talking about obviously Home Alone. He said his dad ran a podcast and he bought the house off the back of Super Chats.
Did they have the studio out in the back garden by any chance? In the shade?
It's in Kevin's treehouse.
There.
Yeah, it was in Kevin's treehouse, wasn't it? It's just when you watch films when you're younger, it's great. But when you watch it as an adult, you're going, it doesn't really make much sense. Hang on.
Yeah.
I think you can Airbnb the house. I was reading something there recently, and the actor that played his brother Buzz, I think, rented it out and had a big Home Alone party in it there.
Yeah. Do you realize as you get older, you start to empathize more with the two villains, Marv and that. You're thinking, I think I prefer them.
Snot-nosed little kid.
I know. Oh, you go. There he is.
Here he is.
Here's Kev's mate. He's going to score the winner.
He's got some serious hair, hasn't he? He's got some proper hair.
I mean, some serious volume in his hair. I'm very jealous. Kev Ball said
that's a tackle and a half.
He's only 23. I'm assuming it's Fofana. So
yeah, Fofana's he's a young lad. That's another foul. Ooh, no, you didn't give it.
It's on to get up.
He's
not give that one either.
He gave that one, no.
Ref's telling the McAllister, shut your mouth. I'll give what I see.
I wonder if McAllister signed that extension at Brighton and put a buyout clause in his contract.
I've just seen Matt's Cohen buzz his girlfriend Wolf. The ball's come off. He's been really good today for Argentina.
Yeah. You wonder if this will rejuvenate his club career, because
if it doesn't, it'll certainly. If it doesn't like Atletico, it'll certainly will. Somebody will take it. Somebody will want to take him.
Yeah.
So Paredes going to make sense, and Lautaro Martinez for Alvarez makes sense because I think Alvarez has run himself to a standstill.
Yeah. Credit to Man City there. They took a punt on him, and what a boy. What a boy.
He's the big starting him up front instead of Lautaro Martinez has been one of the big impressive changes that Argentina have done. Just give him a bit more mobility. But in this game now, it probably depends on the know-how now, which you probably do need Lautaro Martinez.
Well,
Matt say, depending on the price you'd love to Paul in January. I think there's quite a few clubs that want him. I think Athletic would want big money.
Well, I know Leeds were looking at him before he had his very big move, and apparently they were rebuffed at about the 30 million mark. Look, I think he'd be. I don't think he's worth any more than 40 million, but
the challenge you've got is because we see this a few times, Kelsey, you me do post matches quite a lot, which is, why did we get him when he was South America? Why didn't we get him, the move before the move? But it's catch-22 because sometimes you want to have that move, so you buy them when they're ready, or we end up with a situation where the criticism now is Harvey, someone say Harvey Elliott or Fabio Carvalho. Well, they should be learning the trade at Liverpool. You should only get them when they're ready made. But then you have to wait 2-3 years time, and you have to buy them bigger again. So it's kind of catch-22 which way you go.
Is that Acuna? Shot. High, wide, and handsome. But yeah, it's like the thing is, I think this is where you go back and you look at Liverpool when Klopp first arrived, and the target was to get into the top four. When that's the target, you can gamble a lot more on players. You can gamble and take risks. When you've got to hit 90 plus points, your window for taking these kind of gambles with players to blood them in is very, very limited.
But the manager's saying he wants to take more risks. So, but it's
there's
what he
risks
means.
And there's calculated risks.
Yeah, it's what he means. I suppose what you mean is a risk. Because you could argue taking a lot of youngsters, Carvalho and Elliott, is a risk. If it comes off, it looks great.
Oh, that's all right. Matt is a proper ITK, so Matt knows his stuff.
What a block. What a block. Flicked over there.
And the Varane for the second one, because that one was going in as well.
Fair play to Meccano. That's a great block.
Yeah.
What's that? That
was just block. Pure fucking I'm getting there.
That's body on the line stuff. That is brilliant. Yeah. That's goal bound as well, that.
Yeah, and I think this was as well. Oh, and it was,
That's a great technique.
That was a scissor kick. That was like...
Hello, Hansen. He's World Cup final greetings from Hansen. Hello, mate.
Please don't forget to hit the like button as you do. Subscribe and all that lovely good stuff.
Yeah, a few cents got a feel of penalties, this.
It does, yeah.
Who would you fancy on penalties?
You have to take the Martinez effect into account, I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't fancy Hugo Lloris saving anything.
Oh, now you've said it, Kev.
I know.
Okay, the hell, man.
See, the thing is, I want France
God,
to win.
It's it. Oh, hell. It's your man again. It's your mate. Fucking rubbish.
No, he bottled it. Is he? Yeah, he's onside.
He's onside.
Camavinga's playing him on.
Oh.
And yeah, I think he has a shout. I think, it's corner.
Yeah, it's a good corner. Good tackle, actually.
Yeah.
Give Meccano a good tackle again.
Meccano be disappointed there. He wants credit for that. But no, I want France to win. I don't care what Argentina do. I've got no love or affinity for Argentina whatsoever. So I want Ibu to come back nice and happy.
The ref is taking no shit there. He was pushing Paredes away from him on the whistle.
So with Deschamps, he's very upset there.
Say to one of his players to get ready or be ready.
Yeah, I think that's Thuram he's giving out there.
Well, you wonder, is this it for him as well? Well, he's done everything.
I think if it ended 2-0, it definitely was because France were dirt up until they got the goals.
But I think the thing is, Didier Deschamps has won everything in football. He's just never done it at a club level. So,
not as a manager, no.
Not as a manager. He's done everything as a player. I mean, he's probably one of the most successful managers in world football.
Deschamps feels like he could be a future Chelsea manager.
I think wherever he goes, he's going to need time.
Definitely.
I think the talk is going to be Zidane that takes over, but I watched something. I watched a bit of BBC One today before the game, and they were talking about the egos and everything and managing a dressing room.
I said he's very good at that.
Deschamps was brilliant at it, and he just is because he gets the best out of everybody.
Well, they talked about the Pompa situation. He basically said he made Pompa the centre of it and brought out, the leader side of Pompa and said it worked perfectly for them.
Yeah. Can't stand that.
What's that sending me? Emma, you said to me. That's not real. That's not real, surely.
That's just hair. That's just hair added onto him, as far as I can see.
Fair play. He looks like George. He looks like George McCall.
Pogba is in the stands.
Yeah, he looks like George Harrison. that Beatles style tash and thing. That's a George Harrison look. That. Fair play.
I haven't seen. We're going now for the second half.
By the way, the tash and the soul patch are real. That's how he's looking now. It's just a hair that's been added there.
Fair play.
Roy, seriously.
Yeah.
You won't let Roy back in Lee's side if he's looking like an ape.
Yeah,
but looking like a real Egypt, like they won't let him back.
Are you gonna fucking sell him?
I would. I guarantee you I would.
It has to be clearly some sort
pure
of a
langer, like
some sort of a bet or something that he lost.
More likely, yeah.
He probably said something like, Argentina, after the Saudi result, Argentina will never get to a final playing like that.
They were they put up you see the match where he scored the winner. It was ITV against BBC.
Yeah.
Where he went off celebrating, jumped over the bin with his shirt off and everything. But then obviously they tied it in with them giving out about the Brazilians dancing when they were scoring.
He just goes, it's your job. You celebrate.
You got to rake a stick for that in Brazil, like.
Is that Trezeguet beside Pogba there? Is it?
I didn't notice.
Didn't know. He was a player as well, Trezeguet.
Yeah, linked with us all the time as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He got the golden goal, didn't he? In the Euros. It's a hell of a volley as well.
Yeah, I hated that.
It was a gold goal, Silver. Yeah. I hated that. Go on, Norris. Oh, he did well there. I had to get that just right.
You have to get there.
Yeah.
But if I was a defender now, I'd be really nervous seeing that. Because you ain't got a great track record of coming out like that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, good save.
Save.
Ooh. Corner. That's great technique for that volley as well. I mean, it's a save you should make, but it's great technique.
It's a save. It's a ball he should be holding.
Mm.
The thing is, he holds that, takes all the pressure off.
Mm. It's very tense, this 30 minutes, this extra time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is what you expect, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
How many extra times are really? How many extra times are really that exciting? Go on, down the line.
Montel looks. That's just hitting hope.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely! That's lovely football.
Messi! Oh, is that it?
It's in. Let's go.
Oh!
They'll have to check the offside. They've given offside.
Oh, what a goal! Good team
given
move,
offside, but it'll be checked.
Stop showing this shit. Show the replay. See if it's a goal or not.
It looks like the ref has overruled the line now.
Well, no, it'll go to VR check anyway.
Yeah.
It's
so he loops it over.
Yeah, it's not this one. It's this next pass here.
No, he's level.
Yeah, he's on. He's on.
Oh,
so look, flag went up there.
Was that Lautaro Martinez? Jesus Christ, he hit that like a bullet. Should he do better with the first shot?
Onside.
I don't think he could do any more than that. He was lucky enough to get his hand up. He was lucky enough to get his hand up for it.
Is that Messi getting man of the match now? 2 goals?
Oh, more than likely, yeah. Well, 10 minutes to go. Let's see if Argentina can hold on now. Because they've just taken about 2 minutes out of the clock there with that.
Yeah, so that'll get added on. We'll still be like probably 10 minutes at a time for this.
No, it wasn't offside. It was, but that was what the flag went up for. Was that first ball? The only bit Martinez stayed onside for it, but
the only bit look offside. The only bit look offside was in the build-up beforehand, but the ball doesn't go to him, so he's not interfering. So
no. I thought it was offside. The ball out to Lautaro Martinez.
Yeah, didn't when I thought my
just stayed on. Yeah, he just stayed on.
I thought it was a bit before, but it's fine.
No, he was all right there. But France are going to have to throw the kitchen sink at it now.
France did all the subs now as well, haven't they?
You get an extra sub.
Oh yeah, Matt, 10 minutes for an Mbappe hat trick.
Yeah,
has there been a hat trick in a World Cup final?
Yeah, Jeff Hurst.
Of course, yeah. Ooh.
Where are you from again?
I don't care, mate. It's England, isn't it? I switch off to it. I just feel like there's been one since then, but clearly hasn't, has there?
Yeah, it was that one here I thought was close.
Look, his arse cheek there. The arse cheek kept him on.
He was well on anyway. He was well on anyway.
If he had a skinnier arse, he'd have been off then.
Yeah.
But I like that because that's better than the whole 2-line thing. But it just seems to take forever to get that image up.
Greetings from the future, John Brooks. Sergio Aguero.
Kev ball to Argentina go to a back 5 and they go to a back 10 now.
Yeah, and I guarantee you everyone will be going down with tight hamstring and cramp and you name it. Look, you don't blame them.
And any French player on a yellow card, they're going to be doing all sorts to try and get them sent off, which is what you should do. Yeah, you know, that's the way you manage the game.
There's plenty of time. There is plenty of time left in this. Good 8 minutes plus probably 3. So
sounds like Ibu's coming on as well.
It's a nice turn. Good tackle.
Just don't do anything stupid now.
No, they got to press like lunatics now.
He's done well since coming again.
Acuna has been really good, yeah.
Yeah, very looking. Obviously, it's only injured. That's why he didn't start because good play. Varane's done here.
Varane is done.
Yeah. I don't know if that's just fatigue or he's actually pulled something, but he's not.
No, he looked like he was running through treacle when he was trying to chase that ball.
There you go. Ibu.
Oh, big man.
Ibu's on straight away. They're taking no chances, are they, with Varane?
No.
Just don't let Ibu take a penalty if he gets the penalties.
And on a side note, boy, am I glad we didn't end up going for Lautaro. He's a bit of hit and miss.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? So, a lot of players who are fancied on social media. When you see them in the flesh, they're not as great as you think.
It looks like there might be a bit of war coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, come on! Is there a fight? We love a fight.
Oh, and it's that fella as well. Paredes.
There's Paredes.
I like Paredes.
Gone out for a goal kick. And Acuna brings the ball out into the pitch. Is Camavinga bringing the ball on? It's one tackle. Got away. Whoa!
Oh!
And the yellow card is out.
I mean, to be fair, do you see him step away as soon as Ibu walked over?
Kanate straight in, picking them up, one in each hand.
I still love that image of him with Fred's trying to push him. He's looking at him going,
"Yeah, go away." But yeah, Camavinga, unless your leg is broken, mate, get up.
So Kanate becomes only the 6th Liverpool player to appear in a World Cup final. Quite impressive, isn't it?
Can you name the others?
I've got the list in front of me, so I can. Yes. Can you two name the others?
Torres, Alonso.
Hey, do you know what? He's not mentioned Alonso on this thing, which is interesting. No, because Alonso wasn't with us.
Arbeloa.
No, he hasn't mentioned either. So I assume they must have both gone to Madrid when they got to their finals.
It's Jules Koundé on the board. That's terrible ball from Jules Koundé.
Do you want to give you the names that he's got on his list here?
Yeah.
Roger Hunt, Dietmar Hamann, Dirk Kuyt, Torres, Lovren.
Dirk Kuyt, yeah, Jesus.
I forgot about Lovren.
Yeah, I assume Alonso or
Ibu up winning corners.
Yeah, Alonso and whatchamacallit, Arbeloa must have been
gone.
I think corner coming.
Alonso going. When did he go?
Is McAllister coming off?
He must have gone just before the World Cup then in 2010 because he was still with us in 2010, wasn't he?
Yeah. I think some madness is about to happen here. Who's coming on? Don't know yet.
Pizzella, centre back. There's Kingsley Coleman. Good.
And ball, wasn't it?
He's giving it.
Oh! Penalty.
He's giving it on Paredes. Shot from Mbappe. Just inside the box.
His arms out.
Pen.
Oh, it's actually Montiel.
It's Montiel, is it?
Yeah.
It's harsh, isn't it?
His arms out. Harsh. His arms out, though. They always give that.
I know, but
he's gone. He got a yellow already, did he not?
Must have done.
I thought Montiel got a yellow already.
There we go. Mbappe for the hat trick.
Oh, dude, get your finger out your nose, you dirty scab. He knows the eyes of the world is on you. Like, would you even?
What do you mean, Kev?
You sat in the crowd behind the goal. Would you even risk it? Would you risk it, like?
And some people said you bring Ibu on, look what happens.
Yeah.
He won the corner.
Yeah, as it stands, if he scores this, Ibu's come on the 1-0 up.
If I was Argentinian, I'd be screaming there, looking at that ball off the penalty spot.
Oh,
and he went the same direction. He went the same way.
Oh, this game's got penalties written all over it.
Oh, give him the eyes.
Oh, brilliant. Cracking final, this though, isn't it? This is brilliant.
It was absolute dog shit.
Is it one of the best ever?
But you were saying when it was 2-0 for ages, although we felt like it was a procession for Argentina, it was still entertaining in terms of the edginess and all that. As soon as France got one back, you're like, oh, here we go.
It's funny, isn't it? Paredes came on against the Dutch, caused absolute ructions. He's had to do a 2-footer on thing there. It's
he's sitting the wrong way.
And to be fair to Mbappe, as we've seen, it's not always easy doing back-to-back pens in the same game.
Yeah. No. Ask Harry Kane. Well, there's 2 minutes plus injury time to go.
And there'll be a fair bit of injury time, I would have thought.
Oh, there will be, yeah. That's a foul. And he didn't give it. It's Camavinga on the ball. Into Messi. Look for the reverse pass, surely. Ref's just letting it go now.
Jeez, there's tackles flying in here now.
Corner. Here's the corner.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? Otamendi on his 100th appearance?
I swear to God, whoever said 4-3 at the start of this, scoot right the way back up to the chat,
Me?
and screenshot it.
It was fucking me.
It's never you. It was never you because you never get it right. So
I said I'd love it to be a 4-3, but it probably won't be. But I said I'd love one.
It was messy with the corner.
Oh no!
And it's hoofed away. Can he keep it in? Can he keep it in? No. Both sides have to be going for this because
apparently it's only 3 minutes added time. Fucking hell.
3 minutes and 15. I suppose there's no subs, and there was the VAR check for the pen.
Yeah, I still thought a bit more.
No real injuries, sparred one bad tackle. Camavinga didn't let the physio on, so yeah, no, it's fair enough.
And so chill.
Oh!
Should have scored that.
I know he just if he was.
And so chill. Paredes is the negative version of Nunes. He comes on and gets a yellow and causes a pen. Yeah, he causes chaos, but also apparently Dybala's coming on for Tagliafico. That's clearly someone for a penalty. And Dizazi, I'm probably pronounced that wrong for Jules Koundé. I don't know. Is he a fullback, Kev?
I don't know. I have no idea who that is.
I would assume that's someone they must just fancy more for a penalty.
Yeah. 3 minutes to go.
Hey, Kev, could get me Dybala shout, yeah? Dybala's get the winner. Probably not.
Emi Martinez is chilled right out. Kicking another ball. He just wants
one
ball.
France have made 7 changes.
You get an extra change when it goes into extra time.
Yeah, but you can only make 5.
They might have made one as a concussion sub for Rabiot.
Okay. Yeah, so they could have made up to 6. So,
and Argentina would have got an extra one as well. Whether they use it or not, I don't know.
Yeah, because there's definitely 7 changes so far for France.
Yeah, so I think they must have when they took Rabiot, they must have claimed that must have been a concussion sub. I would have thought.
There's Dybala from Martinez. Ibu comes across.
But then again, the way this World Cup's gone, it wouldn't surprise if the officials lost count and gone. Yeah.
Is there anything in the commentary? Can anybody say in the comments?
If they have him, Emma, it's a really good spot by you because I hadn't realised they'd use 7.
That's why we have them on. Makes all the big calls.
It's panic ball now. Absolute panic ball everywhere. There's no structure to this.
Oh, he's in? Oh, offside.
Oh, the offside. I tell you what, there would have been a call for a handball if that hadn't been offside.
Yeah, he's off.
Yeah, he's off. Really brilliant defending there by Ibu. Ibu knew, so he just let him go.
Kev Ball's right, so he should have left the ball because the fella coming in behind him. Oh, he's in! Oh, save! What a save!
Jesus wept.
That's a great save on Martinez. Makes himself massive.
Oh.
That's a game-winning save, that. Can you get the cross in? Martinez! Oh, that's a shit header. Poor. That's a shit header.
Did everything right as well. He did everything. He cut back. He got the space.
Show this one here, though. Oh, good keeping.
It was good keeping. And there's not an awful lot more he can do with that, is there?
He's been excellent for France.
Yeah, Moani, he's been outstanding.
He's been excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, now I've still got penalty shootout to cope with yet.
Yeah.
Right, for penalty shootout, we'll turn the chat off.
Yeah,
So
I'll be back in a minute. All right, because I think that's it. All right,
okay.
1 minute.
All right, we'll turn the chat. We'll turn the chat off, and then we'll.
I turned mine off about 5 minutes ago.
I'll turn mine off now. So we'll. Like we did for the Holland game, then we get at least then get the idea, get the real reaction of it. Oh, he's in! Oh, tackle! Thought Mbappe was going to run through all of them then.
Oh,
get out.
Yes, you're a couple of seconds ahead of me, so we'll have to pause that before the pens as well.
Yeah. Oh, so I'm on online though, so I don't know if that'll even fucking work. Can you not rush yours ahead?
I was trying to do it earlier on. What I might do is I might try go to. I'll go back out and then I'll come back in to it, which means then that I can.
On the iPlayer thing.
I'm watching it on Virgin TV anywhere.
Oh, okay.
So what I'll do is I'll try and go back. What are they showing on? Probably you're on a different feed. I'll wait till Kev comes back.
There we go. Matt says 11-10 penalties. Anyone? Do you know what? It could quite easily be the way this final's gone. Goes down to the two keepers. It feels like that sort of final, doesn't it? I enjoyed that. This has been enjoyable. Jesus wept. Kev, Matt said, Kev serious now, hats off and everything. He looks like Kenny off. He looks like Kenny off South Park now.
I'm frozen with the cold.
Oh, bless you.
Paul Smith there makes a great point. Best World Cup final in his lifetime.
Probably is. Most end to end.
Yeah.
One team 2-0 up, 2-2, end to end. Great saves last minute. You know,
it had everything.
Could have been missed was a red card in the fight.
We nearly got the fight as well.
We tried our best for it, didn't we? Matt said before, what do you reckon? 11-10 on penalties?
I'm going to turn the comments off as well. No offense.
Right.
All right, my comments are off now, so
I need to sync up with you, Kev, because you were a few seconds ahead of me, so
I
went back to live, and then
they're just
because I'm on
showing the Mbappe penalty here now on RT. So
yeah, because
all right, so I'm actually ahead of you now.
Because on the BBC iPlayer, as soon as you pause it, when you press play, it jumps to live again. It never lets you watch it from where it is.
It does that on the RTE player as well.
Yeah. Just seeing Macron on the screen now with chatting with some fiend.
Yeah, I've just seen that now as well.
I'm watching Argentina are walking to the centre circle. They're in the French crowd now.
I'll tell you what, when the ref gets the two captains together, pause it and let me know where you're at. All right, turn my chat on there for a sec.
Oh dear.
Okay, he has Messi and Lloris together. He's looking at Messi with his two fingers up in the air, pointing up in the air. So when you get to that, let me know.
Just for you, Kev.
Right? Is he at them?
Not yet. We'll start the crowd yet.
No. We're just Messi's just coming in now. Referees got the two of them together, two fingers up in the air. We're going.
He's just saying, pick an end, and then you got to score a goal.
Oh, mine is buffering now. Jesus Christ.
I toss the coin there now.
Yeah, Grant.
He's going into the far end.
Yeah. And now he's just about to toss it again.
Oh,
yeah, that's it. We're there.
They're just tossing the coins for me. Hang on, second one.
Second one there now.
Yeah, same.
So,
right.
Well, to say, Messi won his first international tournament on a penalty shootout. So is he going to get that again?
Just turn the chat off now.
Yeah. What's Argentina? Did anyone go on? Kev or Emma knows. What are the records like in penalty shootouts? Argentina and France.
I was thinking about this earlier on. I can't, for the life of me, remember France. I'm pretty sure France have never lost a World Cup final.
Don't think they have.
They won in '98. They won in 2018. Have they lost a World Cup final?
I don't think they have. Whereas Argentina, if they lose,
it'll be Argentina's fourth final loss if they lose today.
Yeah, which is a record equaling. I don't know who the other side is has lost for.
No, it was record equaling, or that would be the record.
I think it said record equaling.
Well, the Netherlands have lost 3.
I'm sure it said record equaling.
All right.
They got Mbappe stepping up here to set the first penalty.
The last one decided on penalties was 2006. France lost to Italy.
There you go. All right.
Mbappe
steps up.
Oh,
he got it well. He gets it.
Power beats him there.
Way again.
I sound like a broken record, but that's what you do with your best penalty taker.
Yeah.
Put them up first.
Yeah, but then again, we don't do that.
Oh, you got a hand on that one as well.
I'll tell you what, he got really good height on that penalty as well, didn't he? That was a brilliant effort for Martinez.
Messi going first. So we're definitely going.
Yeah,
the big 2 first.
Yeah, is Messi. Look, Messi, this is your legacy, son. This is your legacy.
I sort of hope he doesn't miss because it's his last World Cup.
Oh, me too. I'm not that cruel. But left footers and penalties, you know what they're like.
Plus, if he scores this, it'll really piss off Piers Morgan, which is grand.
There is always that.
Oh! Did him. Absolutely did him with the eyes.
He did him.
Did him with the eyes there.
Yeah. Well, he's done all he can.
Yeah, he's done him with the eyes there.
That takes some battle, doesn't it?
That's like what's we call it for almost like the Jorginho ones without the skip.
Yeah.
Without the skip, yeah.
Because I'll be honest, if he gets it the right way, you look at right twat doing.
Yeah.
To be fair.
But it's probably the best technique of taking a penalty.
Get it on target, and you get the keeper the wrong way, going the wrong way. Right, who's next?
Kingsley Coman.
Okay, let's see this one.
Emi Martinez giving it the wobbles.
He doesn't look confident.
Oh no!
There you go.
Martinez,
I knew he didn't look confident. Didn't look confident.
He loves a penalty shootout, Martinez, doesn't he? Not sure it's the greatest penalty, to be fair. Let's watch the replay. No, it's not in the corner, is it?
No.
Right, who's up next for Argentina?
Dybala.
Ask me, man. I told you. So he's going to come up, man.
Not fond of the people that are brought on specifically for penalties, taking penalties.
Yeah.
Especially really close to the end of the...
down the middle.
Oh.
Straight down the middle and inches.
Oh. They look all right when they go in, but
he never looked up once. Steve's eye on the ball all the way. So he backed himself to go down the middle.
Shoot many to get them level.
Emi up to his old tricks, threw the ball away. Look,
go get your ball.
Go on, book him, ref. Go on, book him. Why hasn't he booked him?
This way you need to do this is where it's all psychology. And you got to whatever your routine is for penalties, go back to your routine. Of what you do.
Yeah.
Shumeni. Oh man!
Oh no!
That's where the stuff Martinez does works. It breaks the concentration.
100%.
The routine breaks the routine.
Yeah.
Because to be fair to Salah, I know he misses a few, but he has the same routine he does for every penalty.
Having a keeper like that in goal puts you nearly one up already in the shootout before you even take
one.
Look at him.
He's a proper shithouse, isn't he?
Remember he did that at Old Trafford to the Stretford end.
I love it. I love keepers like that. Kelleher's got a bit of, but he just doesn't do all the histrionics after it.
Yeah, he doesn't do that.
No. Yeah.
But he's got that same penalty, or is it Paredes to take this one?
Lloris has to stop this.
Paredes. Oh, good pen.
Good pen. Again, Lloris should have done it.
He should have done better, yeah. I think he should have done better.
He doesn't commit, does he, Lloris? He doesn't commit either way. I mean, there was serious power in it.
Jesus.
It was serious power in it, but any touch from the keeper with that amount of power on the ball, you're saving it.
All right, who's taking the next one for France?
That's 2 misses for France now. This is it.
The referee getting in between Martinez and the taker. Look.
And the truth is, the ref has lost complete control of this penalty shootout.
Oh, it's this lad's because he's done really well for France since come on, Moane. Great pen.
Straight down the middle.
Boom.
Good height on it as well.
He's done really well for France.
Yeah. He's probably been France's man of the match.
It'd be interesting where I could see him getting some club sniff around him in the summer.
I don't even know. Where is he at the minute, Emma?
I think
Frankfurt.
So he's playing at a decent level anyway. So just to win the World Cup then for...
Yeah.
This is the right back who's brought on, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Big run up there, isn't it?
Yeah. You fancy him here?
Oh, I buried it.
Wow.
Argentina won the World Cup. Well, I have to say, that's one of the most enjoyable World Cup finals
Argentina.
I've watched. Brilliant.
36 years, they've not won it.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of the most enjoyable World Cup finals I've watched in a long, long time.
Oh, it's the best World Cup final I've watched. Without a doubt, it's the best World Cup final I've watched, start to finish. And I suppose you'd have to say Argentina probably deserve it on. But
they were the better side for about 75 minutes, and then I'll be honest, when France made it 2-2, they looked like the only winners, didn't they?
And the French can look back at this and say, "Look, okay, we were missing 4 or 5 of our, of our squad that we normally would have." And the future for French football, you look at the age of that squad.
Yeah,
it's frightening how good that squad could be. In 18 months' time, I can't see anyone beating them in the Euros.
No,
not even remotely close. But that's topped off Messi's career. What an achievement!
He's won everything he can win now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like you said, France will come back again. It's felt like a perfect storm for Argentina. It's all come together at the right time for them.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't surprise you, like you said, France do it the next World Cup.
And I'll tell you what, if you ever look at a country that absolutely needs something, and Argentina is that country.
Paul Smith, I bet Ronaldo is crying his eyes out. Not as much as Piers Morgan.
No, exactly.
Yeah. Well,
if I was Mbappe, I'd have chinned that camera, man.
I'm getting right in his face.
Yeah. It's like, what are you doing?
I know. I say, Mbappe, you must be crushed that you got a hat trick at a World Cup final, and it still's not enough.
Yeah,
there's another quiz question for you.
Yeah. Again, that was another penalty. It's just sending the wrong way. There was
Also, I know it's easy in hindsight, but if you look the way Lloris is leaning, it sort of telegraphs it where to go. If he got the bottle to then go, I'll just put it inside then. Oh, look, here's Aguero. He's off.
With his Otamendi shirt on.
Yeah. How old is Aguero? Because if it wasn't for his heart,
I think he probably would have been there.
He would have been, because he's very much involved in the squad. And I think it's because if it wasn't for his heart issue, he probably still would have been. He probably would have had Dybala's role.
I think that was the reason why he went back to Argentina to play, was to stay like Suarez did, to stay in and around it.
Yeah, because he probably would have had Dybala's role, which is you're literally just going to come off the bench maybe a couple of times. That's all you're going to do, but you're in the squad for it.
But I'll tell you what, this will battle harden that French squad.
Yeah,
the core of that French squad is going to be together for a long time. And you look at the likes of Nkunku to come back into it.
Is this Lloris's last game for France?
I'd have thought so.
I know it's a record appearance. I just wonder if they might start looking at the next generation of French keepers.
Just got a picture from a lad in my WhatsApp group. I don't know whether you're going to be able to see it or not. He's actually at the final.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it, yeah.
That's Sean McCarthy.
Not a bad final to get a ticket for, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
he did 12 games or something. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you still look at it. Probably Magnan will come in as the French number 1. Meslier at Leeds in time will be another one. So they have got keepers coming through. The one position I suppose that you guys have all alluded to as well is the number 9. But Marcus Thuram could be that 9.
I'll be honest,
Moani could be that 9.
But Matt Moani was brilliant. It could be him, or it could be the lad at Palace. You'd have no problems at Moani playing up from France because he was causing Argentina problems.
But look, in all fairness, he's the side who's lost to Saudi Arabia gone on to win the World Cup.
Yeah.
Fair play.
You have to feel for the lads that missed.
Yeah, it's a horrible thing to have to deal with.
And the worst of it is for a lot. I don't know if it's a bad thing or a good thing, but for a lot of these now, they'll have a week or two off. The ones who aren't playing in England, they'll go back to their clubs and they'll get it out of their system really quick. Because the other thing is, like, if this was a summer, you'd have a month to breathe on it.
Yeah.
So go back to pre-season and what have you, and it could be 6 weeks before you kick a ball in anger again.
Maybe for someone like an Ibu, this could be because you're going to literally got to go straight back into it.
Yeah.
In some ways, it might not affect him. I mean, also for Ibu, I still think if he'd started the final, I think that would have given France more of an edge.
For the life of me, I don't understand how he didn't start.
It was pure favoritism why he wasn't starting, wasn't it?
Yeah. But
I said, as soon as he came on, he creates the equal. He gets the corner, which causes the equaliser. Ken Ball saying the young kid at Bayern who cost 30 million is French, isn't he? I'm not sure which young lad you're on about.
The young kid at Bayern.
Milan saying France has 30 top players to choose from three different reps. They do. I mean, France's depth is unreal. So we all know France will come back. France are becoming like the new Germany, aren't they?
Yeah, it's just a case of
they'll be there. They're always thereabouts now. I think that's just what
was Zidane. What can Zidane do differently? I don't think you could. The way France have played these games, I don't think there's anything much to change.
Not massively, no. But I suppose in a way, it's probably tweaks to a well-oiled machine, isn't it? Maybe his evolution is dealing with the migration of a Lloris going out, eventually Varane being phased out just because of injuries.
Griezmann as well.
Giroud. So maybe he's getting the next one ready. You know what I mean? But it's tweaking the machine, isn't it? As opposed to revolution for them. So
Oisin is saying there France will get players like Pogba and Kante, but I'm not sure they're. No, I think they're Kante especially. I think Kante's career with France is finished, and I think Pogba's with France is finished. They need to be finished.
They might get on the bench for the Euros, I would say. Because the Euros is only 18 months away, isn't it?
That's the thing.
So you might see a few of these players. Like it wouldn't surprise me if Modric hung around for the Euros one last, because that would be a one, because he probably could still make 18 months for Croatia.
Yeah.
It's sad to see you a bit upset though. Don't see it.
I think he'll play in a lot more finals.
I think he's that.
Yeah.
I still think when everyone's fit, it's him and VVD for our centre back partnership.
God,
yeah.
And then Matip's your backup.
Matip and Joe, yeah. And Joe's your right back cover as well. So
yeah, I think that's how. Well, is he your right back cover now? Because I'll be honest, it's early days. What you say for Ramsey?
Mate, he's the one that stays healthy.
That's
the thing.
There's McAllister's dad playing for Boca Juniors, Carlos Javier McAllister.
I mean, to be fair to Messi, that is like the fairy tale ending to your international career, isn't it? The one thing you've chased all your career. Yeah. And he's played in one final and lost, so his final chance he's got that. As Paul Smith points out, France are missing Pogba, Kante, and Cuckoo and Benzema, etc., and still almost won it. That's the depth of. I will probably say Pogba, Kante, and Benzema probably won't play much more for France because of their age, and Cuckoo is the future for them.
And Cuckoo is definitely the future.
It's not about. To be fair, it's not a bad future to have. And Cuckoo's your next cap off the rank, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Benzema will play because it's Zidane, but he hasn't got long left at international level either. So
that's the thing with France. You don't really worry about because you kind of see what's coming through, going like bloody hell, like Camavinga's only a squad player at the moment.
But he's only a squad player at Madrid as well.
But the talent of his age, you think it won't be long before he's a regular. You sort of feel he's got that in him. So so that's the thing to look for. Here you go, showing the penalties again. Got close to a few, didn't he, Martinez?
Yeah, he did.
He gets a big hand to that Mbappe one, doesn't he? I think it's just the pace. It's the pace that beats him.
Yeah, Kevin Ball is spot on there. Martinez was on the Tchouaméni penalty, was so smart. Once you know the referee isn't going to do anything about it, then you just do whatever it takes to break the concentration of players coming through.
Or you can get away being that extreme once, because the worst you're going to get is yellow. And you go, all right, so be it. The Combe one, it just didn't look right, did it? Anything about it? It was like a panic run and hit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A bit like Ubu's in the League Cup final. Mm-hmm. His was like a quick run and crack it really hard.
Yeah, I mean, Milan is right there. Croatia have changed all their players since the last World Cup, except for Modric, Brozovic, and Perisic. They will all play at the Euros again, and that's great for a country of 3.6 million. Yeah, so true, but the thing is, they're
showing the Martinez stuff now where he's bouncing the ball down. Referee's watching him. He's waving to the fans. And as Tchouaméni gets to the spot, he just rolls it to the side.
Yeah. But Milan, the only thing I'd say about that is when we had a generation like that for the Republic of Ireland, of the likes of Damien Duff, Robbie Keane, Roy Keane,
Ian Hart.
We had really good players, really capable players, but we never had the next ones to come through. So we flogged those ones as much as we could. And there comes a wall in every player that you have to phase them out. And I think this World Cup was a massive achievement for Croatia getting to a semi-final.
Getting third place.
Yeah, but I don't see them doing that again in 18 months' time.
No. Emmett, they've just shown the Martinez Tchouaméni penalty.
Oh, yeah?
They show Tchouaméni walking down.
He threw it out to the edge of the box, like.
Well, they show Martinez, he gets the ball, he bounces it down, gets to the goal line, waves at the crowd, and then walks to the post. See Tchouaméni just throws it to the edge of the box, and off you go. And like you said, that just broke his goal. I mean, dirty tactics, which some people won't like, but it's doing anything you can to win, isn't it?
Kev, is your RT on a break?
Yeah, on a break now.
That's all right. I was wondering because I thought something's at the happening.
No, they're on a break.
Oh yeah, but that's it, Chris. He's worked at least one save or one missed penalty per shootout.
Yeah,
he's an absolute shithouse, and it'd be better if he was your shithouse. But obviously,
I think when we beat Villa last year 1-0 with, I think it was a Salah penalty. But even when you got the penalty, you didn't really celebrate. You went, oh yeah, but it's fucking him in goal. Oh, shit.
AC fan there saying that was
he's not the smallest man in the world either, is he?
No. AC fan there saying that was the best final in a century. Congratulations to both teams. I suppose the only final you look at that will come close is if you go back in history, 1966. It went to extra time and England won 4-2. But the football was different then. I've watched that game, the entirety of that game. And you realize how slow football was played at comparing to modern day football. Completely different, I'd imagine Oshie there. That Argentina commentary on the winning penalty is spine tingling. Yeah, I look forward to see that.
We'll find that later. Yeah. Looks fed upset that Mbappe. You seen Tony's commentary? I'm ignoring that. Mbappe will be fine. Just bring him to Liverpool. He'll be fine then. He'll be all happy and smiley then. Well, if only.
The thing is, I can't see Messi staying at PSG past this season anyway. But,
no, well, the talk is they're trying to get him a new deal, aren't they? Because he's is it Inter Miami are after him?
Yeah.
But there's still this talk of Barcelona for him or a chunk of change down the couch again to bring him back. More creative accounting, I tell you.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize that that PSG paid 165 million from Monaco for him.
Yeah, it's massive money. It was on loan. But it was on loan for the first year, and then they paid it. So it was an obscene fee they paid from that. I mean, listen, he's ridiculously good. So because we bid 30 million before he broke through into Monaco. Before he had his breakout year in Monaco, we bid 30 million for him.
Yeah, so it's just one of those.
I think Arsenal had the opportunity to sign him as well and didn't, as far as I can remember.
Yeah, Wenger was desperate for him to go to Arsenal.
Yes.
And the thing, you got to look at it though. I mean, if he wants to be judged on the level of a Messi and a Ronaldo, Messi's judged on what he's judged because of what he did at Barcelona and the fact that he did it at Barcelona. Ronaldo did it in every top league.
Yeah.
You know, you can't judge Mbappe on any kind of level until he leaves France.
Yeah, definitely. That's what he needs. That's what he needs to do. But right, guys. Anything else before we go? So let you get back to your families. Obviously, you guys are on in a few hours' time.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on tonight, but we're back tonight for some bit of shenanigans and whatever Gav's got up his sleeve for tonight.
I'm sure it'll be funny game. I'm sure it'll be funny games for you two. I'll try and watch and laugh at both of you.
I'll give you plenty of opportunity for that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same. Yeah.
Definitely give plenty of opportunity for that.
For everybody who came to watch us, thanks for watching us. It was we had a good laugh, didn't we? The three of us.
Well, eventually,
eventually. But you can like, subscribe, that'd be grand. And listen, keep an eye out. Fatback 4 is back at 10 o'clock, and I think Gav's got something special planned for it. But until then, thanks very much. See you guys all very, very soon.